Oh, fuck.
The following program is rated TV MAL, TV MALS, TV MALSV. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
What happened?
Had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
We're sending a squad up.
Negative. We have a reactor leak here now. Give us a few minutes to lock it down. Large leak, very dangerous.
Who is this? What's your operating number?
And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to This Week in Bullshit. I'm your host, Justin Proper, and with me today is Culture Casino. Thank you for that lovely introduction. That was probably one of my favorites of all time. You should have a whole video of just you doing that. That'd be great. And also with us today is the very lovely Saggy Melonz. How you doing?
I'm eating chips. I wanted to be eating too. So hi, I'm eating chips. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're actually eating.
Yeah.
Speaking of potato chips, Madmartigan is here. How you doing?
I guess wanted to be known that I have no affiliation with This Week in Bullshit.
It's okay. Neither do I. I don't even know what it is. Speaking of zero affiliation, Kai is here.
Hey,
how you doing?
I am affiliated to one thing, my libro. I never shut up about it, or so I'm told.
No,
I just did it again, didn't I?
Yeah.
I see it now. I see it.
What was it, your labia? What?
My labia.
He's always talking about his labia.
Speaking of,
people can't get enough about my labia or my wang.
Thank you, Rookie Critic, for interrupting this awkward moment. We really needed that.
I'm getting burgers and fries and chicken delivered to my house.
Thank you for letting me know. Now everyone's just eating food on the stream. That's great. I love it.
Just fine.
Absolutely love it. Thank you, Rookie Critic, for being one of our guests of honors today. I greatly appreciate it. Speaking of guests of honor, Mr. Jolly, how you doing, man?
I smoked enough, man. I already smoked.
Okay.
Oh, hey. Oh, sorry. We're live. We're live. What's going on, guys?
It's going great. Speaking of marijuana, Tommy is here.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? It's good to be here with Chips Casino.
Yeah, indeed.
Like
and rounding out we have all three members of Street Smots, and rounding that all up is Barber, Mr. Barb, being a replacement for our Dick from the UK as our British representation. How you doing,
Upgrade.
Barb?
It's nice to have a bit of diversity in it, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And we're going to say hello to the chat real quick. Mary Mayhem. Mary, thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it, my YouTube bestie. Thank you so much. Love your face. Keely Chow is here. I'm not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers crew. I'm just a part of the Geeks and Gamers community along with the Fandom Menace. Yeah, that's we're gonna get to that in just we're gonna get to that in a minute. For those of you who don't know, This Week in Bullshit, what we do before we get into the main topic that everyone is just dying to talk about, we have to start out with a laugh and just for a moment, just forget about all the stupid shit that happened last night and the stupid shit that really happens that really just aggravates people, such as myself, and all the crap that went on. And let's just have a good laugh and let's just have a good time before we talk about the stupid crap that we will eventually get to. But let's go ahead with the rest of the chat. DJ Odyssey is here, or DJ Odyssey. Excuse me. Thank you so much for being here. Keely Chow as well. Random Brad Creator. Nigerian Prince Jeremy says, it was absolutely epic, that introduction with Culture Casino. So there you go, Culture Casino. You got a fan in there with Nigerian Prince Jeremy. He's one of my favorite. Yeah, all the Jeremys are great. Nigerian Prince Jeremy is the one who I've never met, and I really want to. I have no clue who he is, but I don't even know if it's a he. But you know what? He has some of the funniest remarks, and I greatly appreciate it. Never has broken character once.
Well, if you would just send him that check so he can come to the country, and his uncle will piggyback.
Yeah. You got to support his bid to come to this country. What are you doing?
And hopefully he'll make me rich if I just give him a few $1,000s. That
I don't know, guys. That profile picture didn't look like an authentic Nigerian. I'm just saying.
Coleslaw.
I mean, that felt
true. What's up, Me82? Good to see you as always. Daytona Falls is amazing. Angela Straven, good to see you here. Soul Assassin is here saying, hail Angelus, but not to anybody else. I understand.
Damn.
I get it. John Beck is here as well. They're eating food so they can. Oh wow, they can poop all over your channel. Yeah, that's the idea, man. And one of the two toxic Australian twins is here. Nick, good to see you. Tell Sam to get his ass in here. Stone Cold Jeremy, thank you for the super chat as always. Cheers, everyone. Just wanted to say I appreciate everyone here on the panel and in the chat. You, Al, are wonderful. Yes, and you, Al, are well. Yeah, I don't know who Al is.
Yeah, he's talking about Al Bundy, and remember, Al Bundy was extremely cool because he would sit on the couch with his hands in his pants, with the remote control in the other hand, watching sports. Nobody cooler than Al Bundy.
That's how you live your life.
Cold Jeremy.
I always get mixed up with Ted Bundy.
That's the life.
Eating those toaster leavings.
Well, who the hell you been eating, Barber?
Thank you, Culture Casino. Even though you're on the panel, you could have just said that. But Culture Casino, thank you for the super chat. Because you need the money, clearly. Madmartigan looks thrilled to be here. At least we stepped up our UK representation. Yes. And Madmartigan, you feel good being here?
Yeah, man. I'm awesome. Yeah.
Why are you so
never
short?
fails.
I'll tell you what, I look at Madmartigan and I see the personification of entertainment right there.
Yeah.
I am enthralled.
I've been known for anything.
Texas Mofo, thank you. I think you're a new member here. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen you here. So yeah, you need to sort that out with Nigerian Prince Jeremy. Becky, good to see you here. Sam, you are here. You've made it. I'm sure Nick said the word, and yeah, good to see you here. Storyman Jack, good to see you here, dude. I think was it you who was live earlier? Somebody was live, but and I saw you in there, and it was good to see you here as well. It says, hail to the panel. Listen to my stories on YouTube. Thank you all. We stand together. I agree. And if you are interested in stories, I think Storyman Jack, I mean, what can you go wrong? Like, how can you go wrong?
He just dropped a great 41-minute long one that I think that everybody should go check out. In fact, like all of his stories are amazing, but basically, you know, he's just been doing great. So a heck of a creator, criminally undersubbed. Do check out his channel, guys, please.
Awesome. Terry Rose is here, giving a good thumbs up. I appreciate that. Becky's here as well. Thank you once again, Stole Gold Jeremy, for the super chat. I roll all. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of eye rolls today. What kind of bullshit is this? A lot of bullshit.
The variety that happens this week.
Oh yeah. We're gonna start off light, and then we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of what you all came for sure. Jack of all casuals, good to see you here, man. Even though you suck at Among Us, I'm kidding. I hope to play with you again sometime. It's been a long time since we talked. So anyways, let's start off easy a little bit. Let's start off with something that's kind of funny. And let's all get a good laugh in, a really good laugh in before we all just, pull the hair out of our heads and just get all the crap out. Let's just have a good time at first. Let's just laugh.
You're going to get all the crap out, Justin. Does that mean that you're going to have Culture pull up the queue of Stephen Walton? Yes.
Later. Yes. But thank you for everyone who's on the panel. We got like 37 people here, which is amazing. Thank you all for being here today. So let's start off with something to laugh at. First and foremost, an angry customer recently has demanded a refund over ordering a dozen masks. And they said, and I quote, "Hello, I ordered a dozen custom masks from you. However, you only sent me 12. What is the deal?"
Gasp.
Somebody
I think
graduate.
Treachery.
Somebody did not graduate.
Well, what if
I
they,
think-
no,
well,
hang
you
on,
know-
what if they're a baker?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Baker
say.
does
Was it?
Yeah.
Did Rookie order this? Rookie, was this you?
I can't confirm. Why would I order? I thought if we're talking cookies, I can understand. We're talking masks. Nah.
Yeah, not you, not your style.
No.
I think the worst part though is like her network or people like that she interacts with, they're just as dumb as she is because no one was like, "Hey, hun, a dozen is 12." Because she bitched this to like her friends, like, "Oh my god, I ordered the dozen. They only sent me 12," and no one was like, "Well, that is 12."
She
You know what? But
Don't have
that's
mates.
yeah. But isn't that all part of the math is like bad and everything like that? I mean, those
Well-
people can't count. You really expect them to know what 12 is?
Yeah.
Well,
A dozen
here's
does
the
sound
thing.
white.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Whoever saw that at her job was like, y'all need to go back and recheck her resume if she doesn't know that a dozen is 12. So there's that. This is like weird. Like, okay.
So like if she mixed up a decade, that would make sense. But like, hey, a decade, that's still like 10 in terms of numbers, kind of. So no.
You know what, Texas
What?
Mofo? It feels like a brain teaser, doesn't it? For the handy. Never mind.
Hello,
Whoa.
children. So how many masks do we have today? Do we have a dozen or 12? And then that's probably how they phrased it. And then they're like, huh?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But you know what? You know what? That's just some of the dumb people. But this, I don't know what's even dumber: not knowing what 12 is, or this guy who decided he wanted to rented a car to rob a bank, and then returns to the car rental company, and then buys a BMW with the stolen cash.
That's a good customer. That's a good customer.
solid plan.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you this.
That's ballsy.
+1 for loyalty. Right?
He's a trustworthy person. He'll return the car.
Yeah,
You're absolutely correct.
And he's
brand
loyal to,
loyalty.
like,
He probably rented a BMW. This is brand
You know what?
loyalty and customer loyalty. This is the
You
kind
know
of
what?
guy that you want to have on your side. I mean, look at this guy's face. Look how serious he is. He's not messing around.
I
He
think we're
deserved
passing
that
over the
money.
most important. We're passing over the most important part. Like he successfully robbed a bank and got out
whatever.
of there.
That's fine.
You know what I mean?
Whatever.
Like that's pretty
Not that
big.
difficult though, is it? I've seen people do that before.
That's fair.
Oh, whatever.
This was not in Florida.
Well,
This was actually
this
in
is in
Texas.
Wait,
yeah,
did
in
he grab a
Texas, all
bank?
cops have guns. In Texas, the bankers. I mean, everyone has guns.
Wait,
So
was it a
for him
bank
to
or a
get away,
store?
All I know is this guy definitely knows what a dozen is.
never mind.
Yes.
God, it reminds me of the crack addict that Chappelle used to play.
For sure.
Oh, not.
Got any
Which
more
is
than
heavier, a pound of
BMWs?
rocks or a pound of feathers? Oh, good question. I think a pound is a pound, but you know what?
Exactly.
You
They
know,
weigh the same.
is that supposed to be a trick question?
You'd be surprised how many people go, but rocks are heavier than feathers. So obviously, a pound of rocks is heavier than feathers.
That's a trick. That's a trick
Yeah,
question.
that's a trick.
Oh,
That's
Well,
ridiculous.
you know what? I guess that would be a very strange thing to answer in a way, because if you had to think about the container that you would have to put a pound of feathers in as opposed to a container for a pound of rocks, it would probably be a lot harder to hold up.
but it wouldn't change that they're both a pound.
No, it wouldn't change the weight. It would just make it awkward.
Barbara, by the way,
awkward.
that for you it would be a stone of rocks or a stone of feathers. Sorry, I had
No,
to
no,
translate.
there's several pounds in a stone.
Well,
I
there's
think it's
several
like 14
stones
pounds
in
in
a
a
pound.
stone.
I feel like
I
I've been here
know,
for a
I can't remember.
fortnight.
Yeah, I know. It feels like that too.
Maybe a decade.
All right, so let's cruise through a couple more of the funny stories, and then we'll get into the serious topic. One of the things that I found, and I do go around the internet, and just look for these ridiculous stories,
Cruise
and some
around
of
the
them
internet.
just tend to come to me. I did not go looking for this. I guarantee you this. This just showed up.
Oh boy.
So apparently, a woman was very upset that she was broken up with and decided to smear her ex's car with barbecue sauce.
That's an oral spring.
And the amount of shame that she does not have on her face, like, yeah, I fucking smeared. She just is looking at.
She's
looking at the guy taking the picture and just saying, like, yeah, I fucking smothered his car in barbecue sauce.
She's like, now that car is sweet.
He deserved it.
Like,
you know
what would that do for the car? Like, would that?
She reminds me of. She reminds me of that chick from that Dave Chappelle skit, the one that she's. I don't like people playing on my phone.
Oh my God, Kai! Why are you yelling at us?
That's how she do.
Because he don't like people. Because he don't like people playing on his phone.
That's right. I don't like people playing on my phone. I keeps it real.
Kai, turn it down. Turn it down, brother. Turn it down.
Oh, is that not the right knob?
Yeah, you gotta turn it down.
That's what she said.
That's what. Yeah, I was gonna say.
By the way, would the barbecue a little lower? But would the barbecue do any little bit more?
All right.
Would the barbecue do anything to the car other than have the guy have to go like wash it off?
Literally nothing. It's not like having shit all over it, is
if
it?
If it's in the sun, I don't know if it's in the sun. Who knows?
Well, wouldn't that depend on the type of barbecue sauce they use? Because some of the cheaper shit has some really acidic stuff in it.
I mean,
acid is acid. It burns your hands, doesn't it? Like the second you try to open a door, your hands are burning, then you get it all over your face, and you end up as a Joker. It's awful times, really.
Well, thank you, Daytona Falls. I agree with you.
I picture her with like the little tiny packets of barbecue sauce.
I know, right?
Just one by one.
It's an overnight project.
If she really wanted to get at him, she should have just popped 3 of his tires, because if you pop only 3, insurance won't cover it.
Wait. So hold on. It says Coral Springs woman mad about. Oh, I thought it was gonna say about to break up. I was about to say this is all prior to the breakup. That'd be funny.
Yeah, our insurance.
Still together.
Can you imagine when she was picking up all that barbecue sauce and people at the McDonald's drive-thru were saying, "Really, ma'am? Do you need that many barbecue sauces for your nuggets?"
Yes, he drives an SUV.
Yeah, a bunch of toilet paper makes sense. And barbecue sauce, that's a new one. But
I wonder how much money she wasted on barbecue sauce to pour it on his car that much.
I think you can get four packets of barbecue at McDonald's for like $0.25. So,
yeah,
depends on the size of the vehicle.
You have to pay for barbecue sauce.
She went to McDonald's for business. She went to McDonald's for business, not for pleasure.
Arby's sauce.
I love how everybody gets skipped over the part with the hammer, which I'm pretty sure that was the main reason for her to be in jail.
Literally didn't
I mean, that's so cliche, though. I'm going to beat you with a hammer, beat your car. Right?
Like hammered in the barbecue sauce.
That's going to last forever.
Stop.
I actually had my car was smashed to pieces by some prick with a hammer once. It was dreadful.
Do you happen to know this woman? Oh, no.
No.
Imagine so.
I'm a bloke, so. Yeah.
So we only got a couple more. We had Madmartigan in the news. No, I'm kidding. A man stole a 400-pound slide from a playground and mounted it on to their bunk bed.
Dude, I give him props for carrying that slide all the way over there. If he did that,
seriously,
that's gotta be some strength. He earned it. If that's
that
what he
doesn't
did.
look 400 pounds to me.
Am I the only one that thinks that's kind of like cute that he did that for his kid? I would go.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think that's kind of adorable. He's willing to, he doesn't have the money. He wants to give his kid something cool. So, I mean,
did he clean the slide first? Like,
no,
it's a public playground. I mean, I don't know. In which
I kind of think that's
400 pounds, though. I feel like.
How do you
maybe
a man was it?
Are you speaking out of experience, Matt? Have you tried to take one of those slides before and you just couldn't make it?
We've all made mistakes. We've all stolen some.
I mean, don't you see the striking resemblance? Oh, by the way, I have a couple of just before I forget, I have a couple of super stickers here. I didn't want to do this immediately, Stone Cold Jeremy, but thank you for the Doom of Corn. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Go full screen.
All right. Doom. You're welcome. Okay.
You didn't have to do it. It's your stream. Like, why are you listening to me?
That's amazing. That is amazing. So
you know what?
That's and his own stream. Amazing.
And thank you very much, Roger, for the Canadian thumbs up. You know, anybody who's named Roger who gives a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. Oh yeah,
good old rugby thumbs up.
Daytona thinks that he looks like Son of Sam. That's wow. I'm never gonna look at that.
He looks cross-eyed too. Anybody else?
Yeah,
he's definitely got one eye on the shops and one on you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Wait,
we
so
also have a what?
I was gonna say he should hook that up outside and you make a water slide out of it, man. The last comment on the slide thing. That's what you do.
Okay.
And just a couple more stories. We have Jimmy Fallon is in the news. I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks he looks like Jimmy Fallon?
I think he looked up all the barbecue sauce from that car and put on some weight a little bit.
I was like, damn, Jimmy, let himself go. So a 41-year-old unemployed Oxford graduate student sues his parents and demands lifelong financial support.
I saw that, Rick. He was on the news.
Well, I don't think he'll live that long, so it's not that big.
Now, here's my question: did he just graduate?
Seriously.
Did it take him as long as Chris Farley did in Tommy Boy?
Why don't they say 41 years? Like he was in school for so long and finally graduated. Like, come on, dude.
It's like a sad Van Wilder story.
Is that what he's accomplished? He graduated off Oxford. Wow. All right.
Oxford's hard to get into, to be fair.
By the way, fun fact: Van Wilder was based on Bert Kreischer.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I was just looking that up today. I am the machine. I love that.
Fucking love it.
One of my favorite stand-ups.
Yep.
And the last funny story that we'll get into before we get into the main topic, which is contact info. Ask Madmartigan. He might know. Last but certainly not least, with the funny stories of the day, Jolly, I want to get your opinion on this. How? Okay, so a drunk passenger was tied up with ropes after repeated attempts of taking off her underpants on board a bus. So let me just ask you this, Jolly. How awful do you need to be to just say like to a woman like how far do they need to go to where you're like, no, babe, you keep your underpants on? How far does it need to go?
Well, does it mention like the smell or something? I mean, was it like really bad smell? And
this was on a bus. Excuse me, it was on a bus flight.
Yeah.
On a plane?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't kink shame, so I mean, whatever her fancy is, I guess, but I don't know if she's trying to air it out or what the situation was. I need more context. Sounds like a good time.
I mean, I guess
children on that plane.
I guess so.
Was it a packed flight or just
right?
A little...
Or was it like in the back seat, some frisky action?
Was there only one? Was there only one other passenger in the whole?
It's
thing?
also
was she actually a passenger or was she the driver? That's important to this. If she was driving, she really needed to pay attention to what she was doing.
If
she was a passenger,
repeated attempts of taking off her underpants. So there was failed attempts before, or
we don't know what she's into. Those ropes could have turned her on even more.
By the way, this is in Russia. They were like, she's lucky that's all they did.
Do they have like air sheriffs or something? Why didn't he like just cover? Why did he have to go full of Yeah,
there's
the cops in the sky.
They're on a budget, so they have to use their
they're undercover like a passenger, but they're actually
the air sheriffs.
Yeah. Air sheriffs,
But in Russia, underpants take off you.
Turns out they just pick random passengers to tie down every now and then. They're just like, we just pick the one who kept on taking their pants off. So,
I wouldn't want to be a parent on that flight and have to explain why the whole plane smells like fish.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was wondering. Was it funky?
It's not what they were serving on that plane. I'll tell you that much.
Imagine sitting in that chair after her.
Air marshal
sitting there after her and just be like, where's the cold cuts? Like, what is happening? Are they serving?
Can you imagine being that flight attendant? Like, ma'am, can you please stop taking off your underwear? Like,
no, I don't want to.
Oh,
take them off.
Yeah, honestly, what would have had to been going on there for people to actually complain about that? Is the question.
Right.
Well, enough for them to actually go, okay, this is it. Get the rope, Janice, and then they
too much
actually
even
get
for
the
Russia.
rope, and it's like, okay.
Well, they said.
Now here's another question.
She kept taking them off. I mean, how many times can you take off the same pair of panties? It's just
You're
once.
all-
That's just what I was going to
rookie
ask.
error.
Did she have multiple pairs on that she kept taking off and like flinging them around the?
Well, it said
You've
attempts. It
all
said
made
attempts,
the error.
meaning they
What
failed.
she got going on downstairs, that's the error that you've made. Like you're assuming she was born a lady, right?
Oh
so
no.
what if she was? Yeah.
I doubt it. This again. This is in Russia. This is Russia.
Russia. They don't allow for a
Anything's
lot of
possible.
shenanigans.
That ain't happening.
Well, if you pulled your pants down and you had wang and you were a woman in Russia, they will tie you up for that. They'll be like, no.
It's a great question, Zod. Very great question indeed. But luckily, we're going to get to the normal topic that and I think this is record time that we got through some of the funny stories. We usually talk about this for like an hour, and it's ridiculous. But you know what? I think this the main topic is very important to talk about, and everyone has discussed it. Obviously, I heard that there was a movie that was released today. I'm not sure, but there was some indie director who was promoting it yesterday. It was actually no. In all seriousness, this was actually an awesome moment yesterday. I just want to first off just congratulate the Geeks and Gamers team for raising over $100,000 for suicide prevention. Round of applause for them on that. That is friggin' amazing. And anybody who's watched my channel knows my stance on suicide prevention. So, and the circumstances with the Justice League, obviously, with Zack Snyder, what an amazing moment. In all honesty, just regardless of what happened, the one thing that I think we should take away from it is this was supposed to be just about of course, celebrating fandom and how the fans got what they wanted with the Snyder Cut. And that, I think, was very important. And I think what happened in these very few moments that we're about to, go over, because, everybody and their mother saw it, at least here in the audience. I'm sure you guys all saw it. Everyone on this panel, I'm sure that you obviously, you guys you saw what happened. I think the big takeaway is, let's not forget about the positives that came out of the stream, but let's just be honest here. I'm just going to let the moment speak for itself. So for those of you who don't know, here we go. This is what happened yesterday. So on this fundraiser stream, it has over 128,000 views, and just as many dollars that was raised for suicide prevention, which is amazing. So everyone was on here on this panel for the Justice League panel, the Snyder Cut, and they're celebrating it. And they were able to have Zack Snyder himself appear on the stream, and you have very dedicated, loyal fans, like Uche, Lethal Lightning, Ryan Kennel, Stephanie's there, Mara Jade's there, and all of them were just huge supporters of the Snyder Cut. Every other stream that I heard Lethal Lightning or Ryan Kennel on, all I heard was release the Snyder Cut. Like, they could have had a Mandalorian live stream, and I would click on it being like, oh, I wonder what they thought about it. And all I heard was release the Snyder Cut. The first thing, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Well, all of their, let's just call it enthusiasm. It annoyed me a little bit, but hey, you know what? It was worth it, because, this is a big win for them, big win for the fans. This is a huge moment, and this is what happened. This is the first thing that happened.
Please continue to do so, but only what you can. We're not asking anybody to do more than they can. Just what
every little bit helps.
Every little bit, whether it be $1, whether it be $5, whether it be $500.
I'm a little further back than I was supposed to, but
to the stream. Now, without any further ado, we all know the story. We all know the movement. But now,
you see how everyone's hyped up about this?
No. He is the director of the Snyder Cut. He is the leader of this movement, the figurehead of this movement. He is the one, the only. Zack.
There he is.
What's up, man?
Hello.
Hey,
guys.
brother.
Hey guys, how you doing? How's everybody doing?
Good. Doing great.
Listen, just a quick thing before we get started. I know that on our donation page, we still have the Geeks and Gamers logo. I just want to say that I really we talked about this, and we're really not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers as far as I'm concerned, and I really just want to make that clear. And I also want to just say, in light of recent events, I think we really, if Justice League teaches us anything, it's about coming together, and there's no room for hate. And I just think that it's important. It's an important message. And of course, as the father of Asian children, it really hits close to home for me. And I just really want to put that out there that we all, there's no room for hate, and that's just what it's about.
Absolutely.
And this is what everybody has been talking about. This, out of everything that has happened in this nearly 3-hour live stream with Zack Snyder being on, my goodness, for good, I think like a good chunk of the stream, like about a half hour, or actually no, nearly an hour. So that's the one thing that people picked up on, and Geeks and Gamers, rightfully so. Jeremy hosted a stream talking about that moment. So let me just go down and just get everyone's reaction. First off, but before that, I just want to point this out there that I didn't think much of it at first, admittedly, but not knowing all the circumstances, I just thought these were two separate statements that he was saying. First being, we're not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers, like, okay, whatever. And then, in light of recent events, then talking about, what happened in Atlanta, Georgia. So I thought those are two different statements, but so many people just thought that this was just two statements that apparently were combined into one, and they were supposed to be like, they're connected somehow. I didn't see it that way, but a lot of people did. And I'm very curious what everyone on the panel, how everyone on the panel interpreted that. And I'd like to start with Jolly. How did you interpret that when you heard that?
Oh wow! Starting with me right off the bat here. Okay. Well, there's a lot of different ways I was looking at this. I've done a little bit of music in my time. I had a song that went viral back in 2014 when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. It was on the radio and stuff. I was on the news, and anyway, I did some charity events. And it was a lot of fun. And then I came out pro-Trump, and things kind of turned on me. And after that, I had to really kind of look at things from a different perspective, and how easily people can be swayed by politics, even though it's not really the heart of the matter. And this is one of those same type of circumstances, I think, where the heart of the matter is, what they were trying to do, and that was, for suicide prevention. And in that case, it was a smashing success. Now, as far as Geeks and Gamers name drop and all that stuff, there's hit pieces going around. Of course, we all know that. And unfortunately, Geeks and Gamers name has been brought up before, among many others. And I don't know why he took that opportune time, unfortunately, to speak on it. But I do know that, like my good friend Lethal Lightning, that's my brother there. I felt his pain
Right up here, yeah.
Yeah, and
you can pretty much see it kind of on his face.
Yeah, and I love that man. Me and him go way back. He's part of my OG crew of YouTubers that I met in the beginning, and I felt for him, man. And I still do. But it is what it is, guys. We just gotta kind of brush it off and move on. The best that we can, and just understand that this is a battle that we're gonna have to continue to fight. No matter where you stand on things. We definitely want to get the wokeness out of our entertainment, and this is just another chapter in the story, my friends.
And Barber, our UK representation. I don't know if you've known too much about this or how privy you were to this before, but I wanted to get your interpretation of what happened.
Oh, brilliant. I don't know what happened in Atlanta, Georgia. No idea. I avoid most of the news at all costs and a lot of pop culture at all costs as well. So I'm great. However, just looking at his delivery of that seems really clumsy. I think he's talking about two separate things. You can't be that much of an asshole to take money off people, but go, yeah, nothing to do with me though, really. It just seems like it's quite clumsy. That's all I could say on that. I couldn't even speed Google what had gone on. I'm too slow. So, yeah, that's my take on it. Just clumsy.
Yeah. Storyman Jack says, thank you for the super chat. Again, he says, thank you, my friend. He has had a lot of time. Zack has had a lot of time to clarify, but he hasn't. Hollywood is a cesspool. I'm not going to disagree with the Hollywood part, and I'm not going to disagree with what you said. But yeah, he had a chance to clarify what he meant, and he could have easily saved it very quickly with just one sentence. But like saying like, hey, we're not affiliated. What happened in Atlanta is awful. All that stuff. With the quote unquote virtue signaling or whatever you want to call it. And then end it with, by the way, thank you guys for, all he had to do is like say, thank you guys for like doing this, like in the beginning to kind of, to really just be like, we're not affiliated, but hey, you know what? I really appreciate everything that you guys have done. Like that, I think could have easily saved it and it would have been smooth sailing. I don't know. Is it just me or like, am I wrong here?
I mean,
no, I think you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, I know what term like turns, but I just wanted to say like I think there's more that was going on that we don't know, because when I first saw this, I understood why everyone was upset, because it did seem like he didn't properly separate the two things he was trying to put across, which is why I can see why people are mad. But when you think about it, it's like he clearly had to say that for the first part for some kind of legal reasons. It sounded like he just had to say that like as a disclaimer, and that I can't fault him for if his advisors or legal team or whoever was like, hey, if you're doing the stream, because I know that when you have celebrities do like conventions and things like that, there are terms like contract signed or things like that, or terms verbally set for these appearances. So I'm not going to fault him with having to say that part, because I don't think that was something that he chose to really say. He probably had advisors saying, hey, this thing, because they all look at the stuff that they're going on. They have people they pay to do the research to look at certain things, and the advisors will tell you, hey, this is what we found, this is like what the content they do and stuff, and they'll say like, yeah, you can still go on there, but do this and that. So I don't fault him for the first part, but the second part I understand, and I think overall we need to know what happened, what was talked about for this setup to happen between Uche, who is the host of that stream, and Zack Snyder. Yeah, Uche. Sorry, I call him
Uche. He did say Uche did say in the stream afterward that he was talking to Snyder's people right before the stream.
Yeah,
there was conversation.
Yeah, the Geeks and Gamers they had a live stream talking about it immediately afterwards. And John, actually, that's not entirely true. Talking about Yahoo, that was featured on Yahoo Entertainment. It was actually on. Let me see if I can look it up here. It's actually they just featured the article, but the article came from The Wrap. So it wasn't just Yahoo News just publishing it, even though it appeared on that platform. It was a different one that they actually featured. But yeah, that was surprising to me, seeing headlines like Zack Snyder rips alt-right YouTube channel Geeks and Gamers on Justice League live stream. Like seriously, and then another one was another headline I saw: Zack Snyder offended the Geeks and Gamers community on a live stream, and of course our good friends at the Mary Sue. Said Zack Snyder calls out bigoted fans. There's no room for hate. And I understand what people are saying. Somebody said a little bit ago, I don't remember who it was, but they said it sounded like that. They said that they sounded like it was saying, we're not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers and there's no room for hate. And I kind of see I kind of see how those two sentences were kind of strung together. I totally get that. I totally understand that.
There was no pause between his thing. It was right into each other. And then when he was done, it sounded like he started with the statement and then ended with, and there's no room for hate for that.
Yeah, and the rookie critic and we talked about this for how long?
Well, we talked about a lot of different things today.
Specifically on that.
Yeah, it was about an hour.
We spent a good 3 hours talking about this.
We talked about a lot of other stuff in between though, but
true.
Yeah, I'd say about an hour on this specifically. But,
and what's something that from what we talked about, rookie? I'm just curious, if you could kind of if you could share kind of our perspective on what we discussed on this whole thing. I felt like it was kind of blown out of proportion, and I didn't want it to be a big deal. But I also mentioned, and I think everyone else should know, that I jumped to conclusions. I said, "Oh my God!" As soon as Jeremy, posted the video on Twitter saying, "Oh, we're going to discuss this on Geeks and Gamers," I'm like, "Oh no, Jeremy, don't fuck this up. This is great that you were able to have." My perspective was, "Oh my gosh, this is a great opportunity because YouTubers now." Are having people like Zack Snyder on their streams, and this could be good competition for boring ass late night talk show hosts, and it could be like a competition now. Now it's gonna be an opportunity to have more casual conversations, have people be more open and honest, and we'll be able to have in this future, in the long term, thinking long term, we can now have a way to have more honest dialogue with there's not as big of a separation between the big celebrities in Hollywood and your regular people. There's I don't know, that's just how I interpreted that, especially with Drunk 3PO interviewing Gina Carano. That was a big thing, and then having this happen, and basically at the end of the day, kind of bringing down that barrier between, the filmmakers and fans. That's where I saw it. But what I did not, and all I could think of was, Jeremy, you're going to ruin this big stepping stone. But I wasn't thinking of me, I was thinking oh, what is Jeremy going to do? Oh my gosh, he's an idiot and stuff. But I didn't consider what my friend Jeremy thought and what he must have felt when he heard this, and the hurt that he must have had, just being what the fuck? Why did you just do this? Why are you, we did all this shit, and you just, it felt like, I can understand why it felt like a slap in the face. And, I message him, and it's all good, but I felt really terrible just not considering how he felt about it, because it must have been a big slap in the face. But
well, that's why I said though, if I was in their position, right, I would have been like, "What the F?" But I would have asked. I would have contacted that team and been like, "Hey, what was that about?" I would have asked questions like, "Why did he say that? Why did he say that the way he did? What happened between the talk between Ucha and his team, where what got lost in translation here?" That's what I would be asking before I would even make a huge thing about it, because I think the biggest issue with Geeks and Gamers fandom menace that I've noticed, being the person on the outside, having been meeting you guys and having groups that have been known to smack talk these groups, it's not really all the whole collective. They're really going after the big people, like Jeremy is apparently, from what I understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong because you guys are more educated on this than I am, but Jeremy, Drunk 3PO, they're the bigger people. They have bigger platforms, so they're the ones that people mostly reference because they have those numbers, they have a platform, they have a voice. They have the biggest voice out of these movements, and they're the ones that they're looking at. People are looking at well, Jeremy does this and he hates on this, so he's a hate group. I see I see the spectrum from both sides, but it gets to the point you can't blame everybody, right? You can't blame every single person. Everyone's an individual. And that's the thing that bothers me the most about this situation is that because of this, now you have division, and now people who hate Geeks and Gamers are like, yeah, right, yeah, let's go. And then you have people on the other side like, it's a fight now. Now everyone's fighting online over a movie, over something a man said on a stream where we don't even know what the heck happened. What was the context there? Who told him to say that? He clearly was told he had to say that.
They put fuel on the fire. They put fuel on the fire for the haters. They gave them ammunition, stuff to clip. I saw it right away. Like people like Jarbo, they were spreading their BS everywhere, and it just feeds into it. And it's not like they needed it. They already got the.
It's good to see you, Jay.
Against them. They already got the news media against them. They got the entertainment industry against them. It's like kick us while we're down. Why don't you? I don't know.
Yeah,
I got something I want to add to all that, because I feel like whatever happens, we're all aware that there's this false narrative being pushed about us. We need to ourselves be conscientious that at any point we may have the opportunity to unspin that narrative, like Uche could have right there. And they said in the comments somewhere, somebody said, like of the video, I think somebody said any of them could have said something. I said no, it needed to be Uche. It was his channel, and he's a black Democrat, and he's exactly he goes against that narrative. So it was his moment to say, you're right, there is no room for hate. That's why I roll with Geeks and Gamers, because this is a community that cares about people, that's raised tens of thousands of dollars for causes, and they've never hated me for the color of my skin or my political beliefs, and that's why I roll with Geeks and Gamers, because there is no room for hate. That's why we're here together today to do this live stream. He could have just taken it and unspun that whole thing and turned it into a win for us.
Right, but you have to understand.
If I can step in here for a second.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, Kai. Listen, it's easy to sit here on Monday morning quarterback and be like, he should have said this and have a whole diatribe that he should have went through.
I came up with that drunk last night.
Okay, but you still came up. I'm sorry. Well, let's not last night quarterback it. And
I'm saying I came up with it off the cuff. I didn't plan it. It was my reaction.
It's an entirely different scenario when you come up with it by yourself at home while you're drinking than it is on the spot with thousands of people watching you. That's an entirely different scenario.
Okay,
right?
That's fair.
And I thought that he actually did the best he could have done in that situation, given what happened. Right? He quickly tried to pivot from it and move on and keep and try to gain back that momentum that they had. You know what I mean? And I thought that was the best thing he could have done, other than 2 days later come up with something really cool to say and then somehow be able to say it in that moment.
Right. Because in the moment, that's why I want everyone to understand, because I saw a lot of people coming at Uche too, and I don't even know this man. And I'm sitting here like, y'all are really mad at him because he didn't say nothing. First of all, he was starstruck. This was something that he was excited for. He was pumped. He's a fan. He likes Zack Snyder. So having him sit there on his show and have that live, I don't blame him for not saying nothing, because like I said, you know how when you're in an argument with somebody or you disagree with somebody and you're having a debate, and then later on after it's over, you sit back and you're like, damn, there was more points I could have made or something I could have said. It's like that. Like, he wasn't thinking at the time, because at the time he was blindsided by that. He was blindsided by some of that. So how was he supposed to respond on the spot? His whole thing was like, well, we have him here. This is for charity. Let's just keep it moving. Let's not draw too much attention to what he said, because we're here for a good cause. And then afterwards, he went on streams and talked about his feelings, which was fine.
So that's why what I was saying is that we can take this as a learning experience, and we all like premeditated, instead of thinking about things later, think in advance. We all might be have an opportunity to do that, and we should be prepared and thinking about how
to quote one of the great philosophers of our time. Everybody got a plan till they get hit in the mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Mike Tyson, by the way.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, one of the things here too is like, I know people don't want to. Hold that.
I don't know. I just thought Shadzer's comment was funny. I didn't know what he was talking about.
You know what you're talking about, Shadzar.
By the way, thank you everybody who's sending super chats. I will get that to that in a minute, but I don't want to interrupt anybody because we have a good flow going. What were you saying, Rookie?
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, it's like it's one thing too how Zack brought it up first as like the first thing to establish with that, and because the event is for charity, I think that's kind of ridiculous because if I don't know, he put the Geeks and Gamers affiliation above the charity, which is close to him. So when people are like, it's for a charity and everything, yeah, I get it too, but you're kind of lowering yourself just because they're a Hollywood star and everything, and it's for a charity event. That's used a lot in Hollywood while they do a reach around in some way, They'll be like, we're doing this for charity as they're doing something else dirty behind the scenes. So, I mean, when people are angry about it, I can understand, especially with that, because it's like the Geeks and Gamers especially has spoken out against stuff like this for years. And then it's like quiet when it's right here. So, I mean, but I understand in the moment too, the quiet reaction is probably what I would have had, just like rather than like pursue any type of conflict that could happen. But I know listening to Eric July and EVS talk about how it is, like there are people that have been literally burned publicly by stuff like this. EVS was like canceled from a lot of areas and publicity there. So he knows, he's got experience with this type of thing firsthand. And it's stuff like this where you kind of let a Hollywood person walk over you. That's insulting.
But it wasn't even like he was walking over him.
No, yeah, exactly.
Go ahead,
I was just going to jump on that as well. It wasn't like he was being walked all over. When you host something, right, it doesn't matter how good you think you are at it. When you host something and you have someone on board who is bigger than you, it doesn't matter how you want to term it, right? Is someone that's bigger than you, someone that produces a lot of shit that you maybe like, and they come on and the first thing they have to say is a series of things that you don't necessarily expect. There is nothing that you can plan or think through to go, Sharad, you are dickless. Like none of that.
No, of course. I agree with that.
You just let them. You let them carry on, and you go right. Okay, so I'm going to move things on in a professional manner. Like out of everyone on here, I know for a fact I'm the only person who has commentated on a football match, and things happened in that proper football, soccer, right? Things happened in that match. Yeah, proper football. So things happened in that match. You can't. Normally, like, I'm a cunt, so I would just pick it apart and take the piss out of that. But I couldn't do that, and I had to be really professional. It was really difficult, and actually sometimes it makes you a bigger man, and I'm already massive anyway. Discuss.
Right. I was gonna say I respect Ucha for kind of
Uche.
I'm sorry, Uche. I'll get his name right at some point. Don't butcher me for the name, please.
No, you won't.
Yeah, when this is all over with.
I commend him because even though he was upset with the comments, right? Yeah. But even though he's upset with the comments, and he clearly expressed that, in a stream later on, he was clearly upset at the time, and he expressed that he was a little like, whoa, but he handled himself well, considering that was something that upset him. So when everyone's getting on him like, oh, you should have said something, it's like, dude, he handled that in a professional way. At least give him some respect to say, hey, you sat there and had somebody that I guess for you guys showed you disrespect, and you took it in stride and you kept it moving. So
well, quite honestly, everybody on that panel actually just pretty much got silent at that point. It's almost like nobody really knew what to say at that moment because they were all taken aback. Every single one of them, even Uche. And you know what? Here's my biggest gripe with the whole thing and the way it went down. I mean, quite honestly, it was a charity stream, and you can go back to Drunk's charity stream that he had. Okay, it was the same damn thing. They wanted to go after Gina because his association with Drunk and putting that charity together and all the good that the community did, outside forces tried to rip it apart and they tried to shit down on it. And it just felt like it was the same damn thing again because you don't go right into, hey, I need to distance myself from Geeks and Gamer and I need to talk about hate and everything like that. It's very easy to see through exactly what he was doing. And regardless of the fact of whether or not Warner Brothers or even AT&T, whoever told him that, or his lawyers told him that he needed to say this, coming from the man that everybody pumped up to be the savior of the Justice League and the guy who was sitting there fighting the powers to be to get his vision of the movie out, to take the knee and to say these kind of things was weak.
Tommy, you have to understand, though, legally speaking, first of all, you have to understand
I don't have to understand nothing about it. I don't care. It's weak.
Hey, whoa, Justin.
The timing of all of this was very coincidental. The timing of all this, that hit piece that came out that everyone was talking about, where it involved Jeremy and other people part of those groups. The hit piece that came out, you have to understand the biggest questions. These big time Hollywood people don't have time to sit here and read every single thing that comes out on the internet about them or other people. So they don't have the time. They pay people to do this research for them. They pay other people to do it. They don't physically do it themselves. So they have to go by what their legal team says, what the companies that they work for says, because they have to protect their brand just as much as Geeks and Gamers need to protect theirs. So you can't be mad at one person for doing that, because like I said, Geeks and Gamers is their own brand too, and they have to protect their brand as well. So like I said, when you say that, it's like, I understand your point, but at the same time, you have to understand, you have to find some understanding and rationality to be like, hey, he had to say it. He had to say it. I'm sorry, he had to say it.
Sorry. Hey, I got to roll. Thanks for having me on, Proper. The prostitutes just showed up. I got to pay them. But this was a great conversation. Much love to everybody on the panel, everybody. And
drop those greenbacks, Jolly.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Ords get in here. And much love, Drunk 3PO. Your channel's awesome. Shut up. All right.
Thank you very much, Jolly. I very much appreciate you being on Snowdub. You're awesome. Take care. Tuck and roll, and hope to be on the next trivia show. It was a lot of fun.
You're the champion. You got to come back.
Cheated.
The first one.
Yeah, you're the first champ. Yep.
Yeah. I had a good time. Take care, man.
All right. Later, guys.
Dot connection.
See ya. And just while Snowdub was leaving, we got Ord's board for the first time on the channel. Ords, it's so good to see you, man. Thank you so much for being here. How are you?
That's a good question, man. That's a really good question.
Before we get into that, though, I just want to say, Jay, you weren't supposed to say that. This was supposed to be an intimate moment between you and I, but no, you just had to make it public.
Wait, what the fuck?
Weird.
What would he put on your toe?
He has a weird bump on his toe. You know what? I can't help it. I stubbed it the other night, and
that doesn't cause weird bump.
Is that the toe that you stubbed when you went to the bathroom and left your mic on?
Yeah, I know. It was
wash your hands.
Like hell, man. It was awful.
You need to piss on it.
Wait, I didn't get feet pick. And I tell everyone how much I love you.
First of all, Jay, your channel doesn't suck, and the only reason it doesn't suck is because I have videos on there. So that's the reason the channel doesn't suck. Sorry. I was like, I want to be a part of this conversation.
Hey,
thank you very much for the super chat, though. The spot did open up if you want to join.
Yeah, hey, Ords, good news. Good news. We have a good spot. We have a spot open for you now.
Oh, I got Madmartigan's here. Oh, you guys didn't tell me that. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Thank you, Snowdub. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Orb shows me no
people
love.
have been waiting, 20 minutes for having their super chats read, so I'm just gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna get to everybody. I know Orch, you just joined, so we're gonna start with you. And Culture Casino, you've been awesome. You have been awesome. You've been sitting there very quietly eating your potato chips. I'm just waiting for the explosiveness of
Culture is chomping at the bit. Culture is chomping at the bit.
No one asked him what kind of chips he was eating either.
I bet they're like some hippie.
They're probably healthy.
Oh shit! Yeah. You're trying to play something, Culture Casino.
This will summarize my thoughts. This is what I said this morning on my 6 Minute Daily.
I'll be back.
You know what? Mad, shut up, douche knuckle. Here we go.
You're lucky I have not downloaded the I am very super famous clip. So you know what? I'm not ready for that yet. It's gonna happen.
Look at that
Today
hair.
is going to start a little differently, and we will get to the 6 Minute Daily. But this morning we're going to have an editorial, and I'll read it to you now. Hollywood is a hate group. This is a brief editorial, as I mentioned before. Say what you will about the radical shifts that have been taking place in organizations that have been designed to protect people for a very long time, one of them being the ADL. But occasionally, even now, they still get some things right, usually because they were created long before the current group of occupants got there. So today, I'll use the definition created by the ADL when it comes to hate groups. An organization whose goals and activities are primarily or substantially based on a shared antipathy towards people of one or more different races, religions, ethnicities, nationalities, national origins, genders, and or sexual identities. The mere presence of bigoted members in a group or organization is typically not enough to qualify it as a hate group. The group itself must have some hate-based orientation / or purpose.
Hey, Coach, just so you know, how long does this go for?
Longer the definition. Only another minute or so. Relax.
7 years.
Fortunately for Hollywood, this definition points directly at the largest and most influential players in showbiz. Names like J.J. Abrams, Kurtzman, and Kennedy. Entire studios are bringing in employees and showrunners that are absolutely dripping with hate-laden manifestos. The outright hate of its very fans is what Hollywood has become. On March 17th, we were reminded once again that Hollywood hates us. It's not cleverly veiled. It's not thoughtfully couched. It uses the same tactics as communist propaganda, and it yearns for the destruction of liberty and the very free speech that it actually required to even survive. It doesn't serve a purpose any longer, as it has compromised itself so completely it has created its own blacklist. It sacrifices art and storytelling in favor of incomprehensible or incomprehensible, agenda-driven malarkey that's ultimate and unbridled, to say the least. And its ultimate and unbridled end is the segregation and division of each and every person that it touches. Its politics are laid so bare that one need only look at the trade publications to see that the self-righteousness to see its own self-righteousness at the system's own self-loathing. Hollywood is a hate group. It hates you. Stop giving them money. Point out every misstep and misdeed. Move forward. Create and support the new machine. The machine of independence, the machine of creativity, and the machine of thoughtful storytelling. Support the comics, the novels, the shorts, and the films produced by actual people who care about the projects and their actual audience. Support the community of creators. Support independence. Move forward and leave the hate of the Hollywood hate group behind.
That was very well said.
I agree with a lot of that, man. Hell yeah.
That was very well said. I wish you had said that personally, but you know what? That's fine too. You know what?
Beautiful. Hold on.
It does save you time. I totally understand that.
Real quick though, is it just me or was the hair very distracting in that video?
Of course, yeah. Very much so.
He's beautiful. He's a beautiful man. How can
he's going to brush the hair out now? There it is.
That's my boy.
Oh, the hair.
Culture. As much as I love listening to you talk. I when you're on screen in that HD, I was just stunning. I was like, I don't care what he says anymore. I'm just looking at his beautiful hair and his beautiful self. I didn't. What did he say? What was it?
It's okay though, guys, because it's okay because I haven't brushed my hair in probably 2 weeks and it still looks good. So I'm good.
You brushed the beard, but not the hair. Oh my god!
None of it, bro. This is natural, buddy. All natural right here.
Your hair hasn't dreaded yet? I'm surprised.
I brush it every couple weeks. But no, culture. That was well said, man. And I mean, there's just for such a small amount of time within that stream that he took to say these things, there is just so much involved in this, and I think that's why people are still talking about it because it literally came from left field. It came out of nowhere, and Justin, I was kind of with you, like when you were talking earlier, like you didn't really think much of it. Like it's true, they're not really. I mean, Zack Snyder and Geeks and Gamers are they're technically not in league with each other, so. That was okay. I understand that. I can see maybe okay. Maybe
and
he
it
just said
sounded
it
like something that he had to say.
Right.
Saying?
But now, tell me the next statement. And then I understand how people think it's two different ones, and I also people think it's one coherent thought. But the second part of that is completely irrelevant to what's going on during the stream. At least it's somewhat relevant for him to say, well, I'm not associated with these guys, but we are raising money together. Let's do that. Let's focus on the Snyder Cut. Let's focus on raising money.
There's a connecting thread.
Well,
there's a connecting thread, actually.
Okay, I don't want to hear that in just a second. But like, what really though? Like, him and his kids have no bearing right now on like what they're talking about, where they're getting ready to talk about. To talk about the Snyder Cut, what it took to get it made, all of that stuff. And he's surrounded by people who sat there and supported him through this whole thing. Now, I'm not mad about it. I get both sides of it. I get where like Young Ripper was coming from. I get where Ethan Van Sciver was coming from with the whole, you got to stick it to these guys. I get it. But here, I believe Jeremy thought he had an opportunity to try to bridge that gap to somebody who would, talk to the fans, acknowledge the fans, interact with the fans. It almost gave a false sense of security. And Jeremy is just trying to do, the next best thing, which is really bridge that gap between the Hollywood elite that we fight against and don't like, and that there maybe is people out there who are true to the fans, who won't bend the knee. And I think that, he was trying to do good. And Zack Snyder definitely kind of shoved it up their ass. I'm just going to say. Hear more what my boy down here's got to say. So,
yeah, Ryan Kennel, I think earlier was saying. No, I like what you're saying too. By the way, man, I agree completely with that. But Ryan Kennel was saying that like HBO was doing like yesterday or the day before. I think it was mostly yesterday. They're doing this everywhere. They're posting about don't make fun of Asians kind of a thing. They even had Kevin Smith do like a little video of some kind before a red carpet event.
It was literally
about it.
Smith has to say.
Look, it was literally almost to a T what Snyder said before.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, it was very,
the
very
most
similar.
important question was he crying during it?
That's what I'm thinking.
Surprisingly not. Surprisingly not. But surprisingly not. But yeah. So I think he was trying to say the quota of the Asian things, and it might be true to his heart. But the way he strung it in the same sentence, there was no break in between, starting with the Geeks and Gamers thing into it, which. And like I said, I agree with Saggy a lot on it too, saying that it wasn't intentional, but like it's the whole. Sorry,
I can't pronounce names today. I can't pronounce names today.
That's all good. I'm
no.
along.
I get what you were doing, Jeff. That was clever. Hey.
Saggy, whatever.
And you get the people, you get the people who are saying that like it is worded badly, and yes, it is absolutely worded badly. And this is how he could have handled this better. Hey, just so you know, I have to make this statement, guys. There's no like financial affiliation here. We're here to make money for the stream. And then he could have said, and on a side note, with recent events. Suicide can affect people through these things that have recently happened. This traumatizes people. So let's just be aware that we're fighting against with this stream. Let's raise money for it. And let's fight against this. I mean, he could have pumped instead of really like literally not even saying, hey guys, thanks for letting me have a platform to promote, because they didn't give him any money to promote the Snyderverse. This was all fan promotion. And this is why Snyder was reaching out to fans, because he knew that those were the people that were going to promote his movie. And then he right away, without even saying like, look, first of all, before I'm all rude, thank you for having me here. I should probably not, I should probably practice, but thank you for having me here.
Just know that this is a show called This Week in Bullshit. You're fine. This is, you know what? As long as you don't say any racial slurs, I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, that's the standard that we set here. Just no ethnic slurs, and we're good.
And make sure you keep that guinea pig hate out of your mouth too, please. Thank you.
I was gonna make a racial joke about guinea pigs.
Yeah, only send it directly to Tommy's inbox, and that'll be fine.
All right, I got it. Look at your DMs, Tommy. It's coming.
All of it.
Yeah, I think the worst thing that's come from this is having everybody just angry at everybody. And I'm getting I've met a lot of good people.
Awesome one says, I'm sorry, Saggy. I love blurry center man.
My internet sucks. Leave me alone, all right? My internet sucks.
Really blurry. What the fuck?
He's not blurry. He's not blurry. He's just that stoned.
I love his comments so much because in my head I could just imagine somebody watching this and discovering you for the first time, just being like, I love the blurry center man in the center. He's my favorite. I could just imagine somebody just thinking that.
It's not blurry,
the blurry
center
man.
No.
Great.
It's pixelated
like
center man. Pixelated center man.
Yes.
I'm offended by your comment.
That sounds like a horror movie.
Blurry is a slur.
Blurry center man's gonna get you. Coming for you.
Well, I mean, here's the one thing about everything that happened. I mean, everybody, I think a lot of people actually miss this when they try to defend what he said. The whole thing is the Geeks and Gamers community is the one that actually, they're the ones that all came together and made this charity so successful. And to start off with, I'm not associated with them. It just felt like a slap in the face.
Thank you for organizing this. Now I'm not associated with you, but thanks for the charity anyway. It's just kind of like that's where people are feeling the pain for.
Well, see,
I think more than anything, that's what a lot of people took away from that. And a lot of these people, like you said earlier, are the same ones that supported Zack Snyder when he made this move to actually get his vision of the movie made. And they just really felt slighted because they've been behind him for what, over a year?
That was before it was even said to be made. Before people didn't even know it existed.
But probably almost 2 years then, right? Probably about roughly.
Yeah.
And they've been behind them this whole time, and they just felt like they just had the biggest dick slapped right across their faces with this. And some people that not understand why they're so pissed off. It's just very simple minded, really. I mean, it's pretty easy to see why they're mad.
Well, I mean, it's not like we don't see why they're mad. It's more like, why did he say it? And my thing is, I've been on a lot of panels with different people from all corners and you guys know some of them too. And at the end of the day, the thing is too, people gave Gina Carano a hard time for her, association with Drunk 3PO, right?
Oh, and absolutely.
And I said, because the biggest argument is like, oh, well, these people do this. I'm like, well, here's the thing, because I don't know what they're referencing to. So my opinion is just like, well, if they have said certain things that maybe Gina doesn't know about, you can't expect all of these people to know these people. Like for me, example, I'm a little person. I still get told, oh, why are you going on this stream with these people? Do you know what they did? I'm like, no. Do I know who they are now? That's all I care about. They good to me? Sure, fine. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like I get you guys' points. You guys have a right to be upset. It was something that when I first heard about it, I was like, oh crap. Like even I understood it. But the more people talked about, the more the little information came out. And when I actually watched the clip, I changed my thought because I was like, all right, you're right. He could have said it a lot better. He could have clarified it a lot better for everybody.
And at least for me, real quick, I just want to make this point. At least for me, it wasn't even the fact that he was like, yeah, we're not really associated with Geeks and Gamers. It was when they pulled the logo off the website. All the work and this is what pisses me off about it. It's not even that Zack Snyder doesn't want to be associated with the Geeks and Gamers. It's the fact that all the work that was put into this charity stream, and then after it starts to have this happen, they took the logo off the website that they helped put together. This is what pisses me off about it. It's like, we just got to erase it. It's like, he's like, all right, I just got to get through this. And then we'll just pretend like this never even happened.
Which is kind of like saying that because they're Hollywood, they can do what they want, essentially. Kind of fits into that kind of thing that they can just do. And it's like, why should you accept that just because they're Hollywood? That doesn't matter. You shouldn't be lowered because you're not Hollywood yourself or as big as somebody.
And then they just further what these crazy people are saying out there about all of us, all these claims that we're anist and a phobe and all of this stuff. Yeah. People see that. People see, oh, they took the Geeks and Gamers thing down, and they associate that because, oh, they must be because they took the logo down, so they must be these crazy people. And then
now here's an outside thought. Words and I want you to continue what you're saying, but I want to ask you this while you're going at it. Do you think that maybe it's a good possibility that maybe on the outside of this, Warner Brothers are the one that told him to say this shit because they purposely want to try to sabotage everything that Geeks and Gamers have been doing?
I don't know if they're like actively trying to sabotage what Geeks and Gamers has going on, but I think people didn't do their due diligence, look into what's going on, who Jeremy is, who the Geeks and Gamers crew are, the different diversity of thought within Geeks and Gamers. Again, you have Uche being, what can I say, a black Democrat. You've got Jeremy, who's obviously right. They didn't do their research. They listened to what crazy people said, and then at the last minute decided to make a decision. Now, we obviously know there was the phone call before the stream. We know that Uche was talking to is probably Zack and Zack's people. I think this was a decision that was made very quickly. It wasn't like, wait till the beginning of the stream to tell them this. This was literally like, hey, something's come up. There's this stuff going on. We got to make the phone calls. He can't say these things. He can't do this. He can still do the charity stream because let's say they tell Zack not to come to the charity stream, right? Hey, Zack, you're not allowed to do this event. Now it makes them look bad because then they're against the charity, right? Right. So it puts Zack between a rock and a hard place. And I'm not defending Zack by any means. I really kind of understand all of it in a weird way. But and another thing that happens is you get this misinformation, and I'm going to refer to a tweet here. I won't give anybody's names, but obviously being critical of Jeremy and Geeks and Gamers and stuff says Zack Snyder denounced this hateful, toxic fandom group, Geeks and Gamers. Well, 2 of their members was on his Zoom charity event. For one,
3 of them.
It wasn't a damn Zoom event, and it wasn't Zack Snyder's event.
Zoom event.
That's what it says. In this tweet, it says Zoom charity event. And if you're saying his referring to Zack Snyder, this wasn't his event. This was set up in honor of him and what he's done for the fans, right? So this
did
wasn't
not have to show up.
He did not have to show up, not once, because this charity stream was going to happen with or without him there, period.
And they were doing... Period, though. Like speaking of period, like it sounds terrible.
He's gotta
now
go
saying
back
it,
to the bathroom, guys.
but no. But in all honesty, they did not need him at all. They raised $60,000 without him even showing up.
I would even say this, Justin. I would say that they could have earned even more had he not shown up.
That's
because the momentum of the moment.
One thing that a lot of people have said too. And that's something very much that I've thought about as well. But I mean, I could bring up what ifs all I want, but
the thing is,
I raised his hand. I guess it's class.
Yeah, it's hard to get a word in as edgewise, and I would never tell words to shut up. But no, I'm just kidding.
Damn, Tommy.
Damn. Look, I just got to roll, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, shut up. Culture Casino won't tell you it, but I will.
No, honestly, go ahead, Barber.
Yeah, just a quick question. One of your gripes there was like what was written in news media and stuff. Does anyone really give a fuck what the news media says? Doesn't matter whether they're big news media or little news media. Does anyone really care? So when
I was featured in USA Today. I care.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. No. Okay. Enough of that. But no. If it's truthful, if it's relevant, yes, I do care because if it's informative and it's not just a piece of crap. But I'm being a little bit.
But what Barbara was saying, or what Barbara was speaking to, and I'm not going to put words in his mouth, was if only 20%.
Where you met school?
20% of the American populace trusts the news media. Who gives 2 shits?
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of nothing new to what's been happening to Geeks and Gamers anyway. They get misdrued all the time. So yeah.
I just wanted to say something. It's a little side note, but I just wanted to say I don't know if Drunk 3PO is still here, but when I saw that he said his channel stopped, I did. Okay, well, if he ever sees this, I just want to say, personally, out of all the people I've talked to, people who also don't like Geeks and Gamers or Fandom Menace, I just want to say that I've heard nothing but positivity, even from people who hate Geeks and Gamers and Fandom Menace about Drunk 3PO. Even people who don't like that group for some reason, they like Drunk 3PO. So I will say, when it comes to people getting mad at Geeks and Gamers and the stigma, I guess, around them or whatever the issue, as well as Fandom Menace, I just want to praise Drunk 3PO because I have not heard anything really negative about him as a person. So when he said his channel sucks, I'm like, that's not true, because even people who hate the groups that he's part of, they still show him respect and show him props and have said nothing but good things about him.
He still constantly gets hate.
With him. I have a problem with him.
Yeah, well, nobody cares, man. Nobody cares.
I care. It's my
Shut up, Mardigan. Shut up.
Hold on.
You know what? Though, Zach,
No. Quiet. I want to hear what Madmartigan has to say. It's going to be the only time
Thank you.
It's going to be the only.
Of course. Of course, I have a problem with him. He's too tall. Is awkwardly tall. Like, how do you even go through doors being that tall? So weird. That's all I gotta say about him.
He's like, I thought he was short.
No, how can anybody have a problem with Drunk 3PO? I mean, quite honestly,
no, he's
Jay,
like 6'7".
Jay is such a good guy, and he does so much for the community. He does things for people overseas. I mean, this guy gives so much of himself to everybody. He's actually up for sainthood, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. And how can you hate a man that just about has a halo on his head as he's walking
I'm sure
around?
he gets hate. Everybody who has a platform has haters, but I've heard from a lot of people who will hate on other members of these groups. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about Drunk 3PO. Yeah. So I wanted to kind of show him that props, because I've never talked to the man, but I've heard nothing but good things. And I think that more people need to understand. You can hate a group, hate the group, but you don't have to hate the individuals. There's some really good people. Like, all of you guys are amazing. You've been amazing to me. And when I first met you guys, and Justin will tell you, I came from people who absolutely hated you guys. And I didn't understand it because I was new, but I'm the type of person, I will get to know you, and I will judge based on what you show me if I like you or not. And I show everyone that respect. I think everyone needs to start doing that with each other, and stop assuming that these groups as a whole are made of hateful people. Are some of the people in the groups hateful? I'm sure there's one or two of people in that group that might actually be legitimately garbage people. Does that reflect every single person that's part of that group? Absolutely not. Everyone needs to start separating that.
I've been trying to tell your friends that for a while, and you know who I'm talking about, Saggy. And you know who I'm talking about.
Don't forget, we hit our moment, Justin. Don't forget about our moment. Don't forget about our moment now.
Our moment was that's a whole different can of worms that I'm not willing to open up.
As the only person here who has met Drunk 3PO in person, he's like 7 feet 4 inches tall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really?
He's awkwardly tall.
The reason that everybody thinks he's got a halo on his head is because he's walking in the clouds. I mean, literally.
Why does he look short on camera? I always thought he was a short guy.
Heavenly music does play when he comes through the room. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, rookie! That when I said the line "get your head out of the clouds," now it makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? It's an inside joke.
7 feet 11 inches tall. I mean, he is a tall guy.
Like
I did not know also, I want to correct Austin. When he's not a corn eater, he's a candy corn eater. So
he's 8 feet 3 inches tall.
Can I get some context on
hey,
the line
Ords, can we hold hands when we first meet? The awesome one really requests it.
Absolutely. We'll take pictures and everything, man. I'm fine.
I want to hug instead.
And it's happening. Hugs. It's happening.
Well, Justin, more than likely when you meet Ords, you're going to have to hold hands to keep him up because he's going to be so damn stoned.
This is what I love, Tommy. Anybody's got hate for Tommy, come talk to me because we got a problem.
I hate Tommy. What's up?
Cancel Tommy and his stupid little guinea pigs. I love them.
I'm kidding.
They're adorable.
I love you, Tommy. I was just kidding, Tommy.
I blame.
They're
Kyle
terrible.
They're so mean. Turning out right now.
Yes, I agree, Culture. I agree.
I can't believe this is this bad without his participation.
Yeah, for serious. Yeah, you're not kidding about that.
Real quick, just to kind of, I think a big. It's weird because I feel like this whole event has caused a kind of a rift in the community here. People who follow everybody. I mean, I've seen arguments on either side. People saying that, like, we'll use Young Rip as an example, who says, hey, we got to stand up against these people, man. You got to shut it down as soon as the second it happens. But then you got people who are like, Jeremy, we think you handled it well, like a professional. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is Jeremy's business. This is Geeks and Gamers. That's his brand. And he's going to do what he feels he needs to do for that brand. And I totally understand it. I got nothing but love for those boys. Though that crew of people are what inspired me to actually make a channel. And I know that's a lot of people's stories here, whether it's Nerdrotic or whether it's Geeks and Gamers or even the people from Comicsgate, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, it's Jeremy's business, man. You don't have to like the decisions he makes, but you have to accept it because it is his. It's his, man. It's his. And I think he handled it well. I think him just trying to be professional and everybody else trying to be professional. I mean, you're there to entertain people. You're not there to like cause drama, really. I mean, I guess there are drama
Well,
channels.
you know what though, part of the thing with that though, Wards, Jesus, my phone keeps blowing up. Part of the thing with that though is when you're talking about the division and the rifts being opened up. I mean, actually, if you really look at Jesus, if you look at
really
it
look
honestly,
at Jesus,
though,
yes.
those rifts have always been there because you have all these people that are part of like whatever it is. It could be part of the Geeks and Gamers crew. It could be part of the Fandom Menace as a whole. It could be whatever group that you want. Everybody has their own little individual cliques in there. Yeah. And once they get involved with their individual cliques, they all kind of branch out on their own. And what's that?
Can you put your phone on vibrate, dude? What the fuck?
Dude, I've got it underneath blankets and everything else. I'm one step from turning it off, but I hate trying to restart my iPhone. No. It sucks to restart. But no, I mean, there's always these clicks, and these clicks are always like, they're always snipping back at each other all the time. And it's been like that in the 3+ years that I've been on YouTube moderating and everything like that. I've seen it all with all these different cliques when they break up. Like, I mean, you had certain groups that were part of Comicsgate. They were affiliated with War Campaign. They're not affiliated with War Campaign. They're affiliated with this group instead. Well, they're not affiliated with that. This is constant, and it's always going on, and it's always going to keep going on.
That's true.
And every time we have an event like this, it just shows the amount of hatred and vitriol that all these individual cliques have for one another because everybody wants to be at the top and they don't want to be at the bottom.
And you know what's really funny, and this is something that
Milo likes being bottom.
Thank you.
We all know you like the bottom, Barb.
You're welcome.
Why?
Well, Tommy, I'll always let you be on top.
But
get a rug. Get a
I hope
like,
so, because if you put a guinea pig under you, you're going to crush me. That's not
cool.
Hey,
Justin, I can't help but notice some very disturbing images in the background again.
The Bob Rosses?
Yes.
I've been staring at them nonstop.
I know it's
for
weird.
like 30 minutes now.
I know, and it's like
I can't unsee them.
No.
It's Big Bob
Ah.
Ross and Little Bob Ross.
I didn't even notice that.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, we've
seen this in a.
Man down, man down.
Bob Ross. Come on, guys.
No, like we received emails from when he was on Street Smarts asking about these puppets or muppets, whatever they are.
The question is, does Justin stick his hand up the back there to puppet those? Or something?
Are those puppets? Yeah, but whether we can puppet
I don't know. Hey, are those puppets? Hey,
obscenities of my little Bob Rosses.
No.
By the way,
as
soon as I'm actually going to buy a car seat, and I'm going to put Bob Ross in the back.
Are those puppets?
No, these are not. These are not puppets. Do you see the asshole there? No. There's no place for me to stick my hand up there.
Can I turn it into a puppet?
Puppets. They are plush dolls. And look, why would you dare speak about Bob Ross like that? Let's be honest here.
Justin.
Bob Ross is just a guy who wanted to paint. Come on, don't give me
nobody
shit
can
about the
see
Bob
that.
Rosses.
Just put a little tree there. Just put a little tree right there.
Put them away. They're so weird.
I feel like if you
Big Bob Ross is going to stay there.
Pressure.
Little Bob Ross is going
pressure.
to be
Get rid of them.
Can you hold up Big Bob Ross for me, please?
You want me to hold him up? Okay.
What is happening?
Just
Okay.
put it in the bin.
Thank you.
This is Big Bob Ross here.
Whoa, he's way bigger than I thought. Holy crap!
Right?
Yeah, well, it's those big things that you see at at theme parks. With those games that are like hanging over the thing. Yeah, I want him. I want the Big Bob Ross. You had to, there's only like those that it was that one game where there's a bunch of cups and there's different colors, and it's very hard to get the particular color of cup to win a certain prize. If you hit one a few times, you get like a small prize if you hit it a few times. But I got the big one that was hanging up. So yeah.
Let me ask you
Now
this:
that
legitimately though, how much did it cost you to win that thing?
I don't know. My dad spent about $100.
Justin,
You could have
can you
bought
hold
it.
it off? Can you hold it off to the side, full screen? I want to see if I can animate it. So.
Oh, you want to animate the?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we can do that real quick. But
oh, you know what? We can do it after the stream if you want to.
yeah, why don't we do that?
No,
Yeah,
we'll do it in
Bob
the
Ross.
middle of the stream.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
everyone's watching. That's the best thing.
Now
That's
he's
YouTube.
taking a nap. You want
That's not what it looks like to me. Now it looks like he's
He's presenting himself.
Yes,
Oh
he's
my
presenting himself.
God.
You just shoot
Bob
it.
Ross.
Legit, we got emails about your Bob Ross when you were on
gonna
Street
distract
Smart.
Yeah,
fucking
it's so
everybody.
weird.
People
And
are leaving the
distracting.
chat. I've had super chats that have been waiting for an hour. So
oh yeah, you should probably, because people sent you money and you don't want to be drunk 3PO.
yeah,
You should take care of that.
we had a great conversation so far, and I do appreciate everybody who's sending super chats. I'm not going to forget you, Stone Cold Jeremy. I am very sorry you had to wait over an hour for this, but thank you so much
Better
for
be
the
worth
$10
it.
super chat. I agree, there is no room for hate. Fuck.
Wow, boy.
Put it on the
No room
screen.
for hate.
There's no room for hate. Fuck. What?
No.
There's
No, my
always
voice-
room for that culture.
There's no room for hate.
Wow, for the first time ever. That's amazing.
He says, I agree there is no room for hate. However, bringing up the atrocity that happened in Atlanta has nothing to do with the suicide prevention. I had to word it because of the YouTube censorship. Yeah, I know.
No, but here's the thing. If he wanted to be clever about it, he could have worked it into where these experiences cause people to do that thing, and we want to make sure that this doesn't happen. You see what I'm saying? You
Absolutely.
could have made that connection beautifully, but instead you bring up a point that has nothing to do with what they're talking about. And I just don't understand.
Okay, so a little more context, and I'm not sure if you covered this because I had to step away for a moment, but this is a narrative line that's being said by people who are trying to get jobs with Warner Brothers around this film, including Kevin Smith. When it comes to the there's no room for hate thing, that exact verbiage came out of Kevin Smith's mouth in regard, surrounding this film as well. You consider this. I mean, and again, I mean, this is me being the devil's advocate, despite the fact that I was very frustrated with the timing of it, because it associates the two things together, which they shouldn't have been.
I don't think anybody's arguing about the timing of the two statements together. I don't think anybody is. But I will say that the argument is like, were they connected? I think that might be what the big thing that people are really hyper focused on specifically. Like, were they connected? I could be wrong, but. I'm sorry. I feel like I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. So here's the thing. I'm thinking that was a verbatim line that Warner Brothers PR handed out to all these people that were doing various things on behalf of this film, right?
Right.
So it's quite possible that again, if you want to give benefit of the doubt, that would be where it was. But the problem is because the minute you link those two things together without letting it breathe in between, right? That's when you get into these things. And a lot of other people said things similar to what I just said, but maybe without the context that I just provided. In that this has been said by other people associated with Warner Brothers Productions and in promotion of this film, right? And of course now the narrative that's being drawn isn't accurate, and there's a lot of like absolute hate that's being leveled at people for no reason, that have zero to do with whatever happened, in that massage location, right? So it's just
the massage parlor.
It's incredibly frustrating that this happened and the way it did. Now, he could have gone on or ended his visit with them saying the same thing. He didn't have to do it at the beginning, right? But again, I mean, this destroyed the potential earnings for that charity, if and what it was. You know what I mean? So I really believe had Zack not shown up at all, that would have been $120,000 charity, right?
We'll never
Just
know.
goods, just because I guarantee you, people stopped bidding on the auction items that were up on eBay. People stopped contributing. They stopped talking, and that from that moment forward. So without revisiting this all over again, because believe me, Ords spent 45 minutes telling us all about it. I'm just teasing, Ords. You know this. I love you, man. I'm
You know what, Culture? I think you're absolutely correct. I think that if he didn't show up, they probably would have been mad at Warner Brothers or AT&T, and their hatred would have been directed in that direction, not so much at them having this charity auction, and everything would have went a lot smoother. I think you're 100% correct there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Also, to your point at the beginning there of your statement was your 6-hour long statement. But anyway, no, but we were saying, like, if you listen to what Zack says and then you listen to what Kevin says, they literally say the same thing. If Justice League has taught us anything, it means we need to come together, almost word for word. And you saw Kevin Smith reading a prompter. He totally was.
I'm only an hour into the Snyder Cut. It's very Snydery.
Should I start my HBO Max trial just for this?
Have you ever seen a Zack Snyder movie before?
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, well, then you'll be interested. But if you have,
you know what? Maybe all I heard was, well, you know what? That's funny enough. That's the one movie that I wanted to see, but I just never got around to seeing.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
All I heard was the
the
memes. Like, this is Sparta, and all that crap.
Oh,
I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it while it was out, and I should have.
The Rookie Critic has probably already seen this film.
Justin, are you fucking with us?
This is you've seen it. Don't be dumb. You've
first off, Jeff, Rookie Critic, have you seen 300?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I have. And
that's one movie that he has seen, and I have
the lesser not.
I like
sequel.
that. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. I like that.
Real quick. I got to head out, but this was fun. It's cool talking to you guys
Jeff.
and everything.
Much love, Jeff.
Thanks, brother. Love that beard, by the way.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, I think if anything, this has had good conversation. I mean, I don't understand how people are like at each other's throats about it necessarily, because I think if anything, I think that's more the failure of some of this. Is like everybody's like angry with each other. It's good conversation. Yeah, we get heated though. But that's part of what we usually kind of do, right? It's we get heated about something, talk about it, and we're cool. Fist bump afterward.
Right, we get heated at the situation and what's going on with that. We don't get heated at each other unless Mads is talking. Then maybe we shut him up.
You know what? He's been very quiet for a good hour.
Nah, he's been dope, man. Mads.
I slip in when I need to. Like, look, I've been kind of thinking about this for a while though. But like, what's interesting is if you look at. It's gonna
wait. Hold on.
Okay, then all right. Well,
wait. Matt. Rookie Critic did say he had to leave. So
yeah, I'm about to leave. Yeah, just last word. I guess is like the way I kind of saw it is that Hollywood's kind of like a pool, and Zack Snyder's a fish, and you can't expect a fish to climb out of the water and climb a tree. In a way, though there's some people that come close to it. Gina's someone that got cast out of the water and has no choice but to try. So it's like. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's kind of a thing. I think it'd be cool to have these bridges between Hollywood and fans, to be able to have them come on streams and chat. But it's just not, at least right now, a likely thing. Maybe in the future. Hollywood's been around for like 100 years. I agree with culture. The independent sphere's got to start doing up more. People be more creative, do more of that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the last little bit there.
Absolutely. And everybody should go check out the Rookie Critics channel. He's one of the guys that I think is probably one of the most creative people in the fandom menace in terms of actually, we talk about, we complain about a lot of things, but how many of us actually want to create something new and actually, go out of their way to do it? And I think, Rookie Critic is one of those guys.
Can I say something nice about Rookie too? Real quick, I know I talked a lot already, but
you can try. You can try.
So us commentators, we're like a dime a dozen, right? What Rookie's doing on his channel, that's one of a kind. Go check him out, man.
Thanks, brother.
And while you're at it, don't forget
Runner?
to check out. Don't forget to check out the Fandom Collective that Rookie is also associated with. They do help a lot of creators out, and kudos for that, my friend.
No
Thanks,
doubt.
brother.
Oh, Runner's here.
Yep.
Oh,
Runner,
yeah,
every time we always cross each other when
thank
one
God
of us
you
is
talk
leaving.
too much.
Have a good
Thank
one,
you,
guys.
Jeff.
Thanks,
Right,
Jeff.
Runner,
can I just
why
pick
you
something
let
up a
Runner
minute?
in here? You let Runner?
Yeah, because I'm a Snyder fan, and I need to be in here to talk about this.
You look,
I have
No.
thoughts.
very much.
Hey.
Thank you very much, Runner, for joining us. Thank you, Rookie for joining. Rookie is a diamond in the rough. He's one of the best guys I've met on this platform. No disrespect to anybody that I've met, but Rookie Critic he's something else. He's phenomenal. No person that I've met, even my YouTube bestie Mary Mayhem, I don't trust anybody as much as I trust Rookie with, just how great of a person he is, and there's not enough. I said this to one other person before. His name is Brandon Moyes. We lost him last year. And I'll say this about Rookie. There are not enough positive connotations in the English language to accurately describe how much of a great person he is. So,
It seemed like kind of a dick to me, but okay.
yeah,
Wow.
Really?
Get out.
You really got to do
Get the
that,
hell
bro?
I couldn't help myself. Sorry.
And
Cancel.
thank you for joining us, Madmartigan. It was great having you.
Oh man.
Oh, now I'm on top of him. Oh man.
Hey,
Oh,
you know what?
Now you're
Hey,
sandwiched
You're
between us, more accurately.
you're sandwiched between Kai and Madmartigan.
Okay.
I
Good
feel
luck.
very great right now.
I'll take Kai any day, man. I'll take.
I'll
Kai
just
any day.
I'll crush Mardigan with the melons, and then I'll just drop kick.
Are we gonna get back to the topic?
Shut
No,
up,
we
man.
need
We're
to
having
change the
fun,
topic.
bro.
No, I need to
Talking about Eiffel Tower and
not
stuff.
here. I need
No,
to talk.
listen,
No, you don't.
he's
You've
been-
talked enough.
There's a much
English
worse
guy.
topic on hand, and everyone just sort of dropped it. Went, yeah, it's fine. No, it's fucking well weird. He hasn't seen 300.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, but that is criminal. Like, who gives a shit
Justin,
about what?
Justin.
What fucking
Hey,
Snyder said the other day?
Runner, what did you think about what happened? Let us know your thoughts.
Okay.
I'm never going to get to go back to what I was saying.
Amazed
Yes.
that you
Actually, Madmartigan, you've been very good this stream. So you've been quiet for like over an hour, which is like a record. So absolutely,
What is he gonna go? Is he gonna go and then I go?
No, actually, you know what? No, Madmartigan will go. Kai will go because he hasn't been asleep this stream, so he's been awesome. And then you can go, Runner.
Mad, you need to.
But you can first, Runner. Just say something real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Say
Hi, hey guys, it's Runner.
You got a new haircut. That's awesome.
I did it myself.
You look like that dude from
you really?
She's Out of My League.
Okay, yeah, I have a channel.
Wait, he does not look like Jay Baruchel. What the?
Yeah, he does. He sounds like him too.
No, that he's Canadian.
So, yeah.
Who's Canadian?
I do not look like Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You sound like him.
Yeah.
Your
I don't-
eyebrows look
how do I
like
sound?
his, but that's about it.
Do that weird face again you just did. Do that again. How'd that go?
Jay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
My camera fucking sucks.
Mhm.
But yeah, I have a channel.
Yes.
and,
No, just
yeah,
say
that's all you need
hello.
to know.
Not
Just say hello. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I said hello.
Okay,
Go
good.
subscribe to my channel.
Good.
But yeah,
Matt Mardigan, put a booster seat back on your chair so we can see you.
Can you wave to everybody, Runner? Just say hello.
Hey, yeah, I'm saying hi for the third fucking time.
All right. So
Can't
okay, no, Runner's like the little brother that we all torture, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, and by the way, I got back from watching the Snyder Cut, and it was fan-fucking-tastic.
Well, I'm great. Well, I'm
gonna
great.
make a video about it on my channel later after the stream. But yeah.
Oh, dude, I look forward to it, and I'm looking forward to actually watching my very first Zack Snyder movie.
No, Justin,
never seen
before we get to everyone, I just want to say we got to do a Zack Snyder watch party stream. Like we'll start with Dawn of the Dead, then 300, then Watchmen, and so forth.
I'm not going to do a marathon. I'm going to just choose one. I'm going to watch one, and it's going to be 300.
Watchmen.
No, you need to see Watchmen. You really do.
No.
Before anyone goes, I just want to say I gotta run.
You'll be fine.
Saggy, what are you saying?
Madmartigan.
Well, I was just gonna say I gotta run, so I wanted to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for having me here. I do love every single one of you guys. You guys are amazing people and human beings. And the only thing I want to say before I go is, keep staying awesome. To hell with what people say about you. If they don't want to take the time to get to know you like I did, then their opinion doesn't matter. And that's all I really gotta say. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Thank you so much, Justin, for being amazing. Nice to meet you. You guys have a great rest of your panel.
Later.
Take care.
Bye.
And now it's a sausage fest.
Yeah.
Thank God. I didn't think she was ever going to leave.
All right. So I wanted, because I feel like, Madmartigan and Kai, you guys wanted to say something for a while. So go ahead.
If I wanted to say something a while ago, I forgot what that was a while ago.
Okay.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Zack Snyder charity stream. Does that ring a bell to you?
You know what? All right. I'm gonna get another beer, and Madmartigan, you have the floor.
All right.
He looks like
Close
a
the
Muppet.
bathroom door, Justin.
He looks like a
Fucking
Muppet.
hell. I've been waiting to hear him for like about I don't know a year.
No,
Just
what I
sat
was
there
gonna
quietly emotionless. Look at him.
Thank you. What I was gonna say
Come on,
was,
come on, let's hear it. Come on.
what I was gonna say was,
Come on,
Street
man,
Smarts
get it
is
out.
every
Come on.
Tuesday and Saturday at 3
When?
p.m. Central. Make sure you check that out.
What time is that in England?
Oh fuck! What time is it in England?
Mine, I think I was.
It's usually about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
6
like 9
hours.
o'clock.
6 hours.
6 hours for you.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Anyway,
Street
what I was
Smarts.
He looks like a Muppet.
Street Smarts.
Well, there
Oh my
he
God,
is.
that's
All
so
right.
weird. Right, so
Yeah.
what were you saying, Matt?
What the fuck? Why am I? Did that asshole just leave?
Did he leave?
Yeah,
Street Smarts.
he's back now. Whatever.
Bring him in.
No, he's
Just
here.
did.
Where's he at?
Yeah, he's,
Oh,
he's,
just-
he's there.
Whoa, dude, what is going on right now?
Whatever. I don't know. Now he's gone. Now he's back.
His internet's
I don't fucking know. Now he's removing himself again. He's okay. You fucking.
Is this where I get to speak finally?
No.
No, absolutely, yeah. So, what did you interpret? When everything went down on the stream, what was going through your mind, Brunner? In all sense, I know you've had a lot of time to really think about it backstage, and everything. I know you've been wanting to talk about it, so
yeah.
And thank you, Stone Cold Jeremy, for the what'd you send? The super sticker. Oh my god, is it a fucking Doomacorn again? Doom. You're welcome. Fuck you for making me do that.
You feel so dirty, don't you?
I do. I feel so dirty. Runs with Phantoms. Thank you for the super chat. Fandom Menace is love. Fandom Menace is life. Absolutely. Thank you. Storyman Jack says the most important thing is that we don't turn on each other. It is okay to have a difference of opinion on this. 100% correct, dude. And he says again, this whole controversy with espionage was espionage by Warner Brothers. They wanted to throw us into disarray, stooped so low as to sabotage the charity stream. Yeah, that was. You know what? I totally get what he's talking about. And he says again, dude, thank you so much. Runs with Phantoms. Uche was on damage control. I feel so bad for him. That's the one thing I want to get to. I felt so bad for Uche. Stuck his neck out.
Too.
So much, and it was just.
I felt bad for him. He had
that was so heartbreaking. I mean,
I now
really
remember
was.
what I wanted to say earlier.
Oh, what was that?
Really?
I was gonna say that I didn't mean to come off like I don't think that Uche didn't handle it well. He handled himself well, but I just saw a huge missed opportunity to say something positive, to misinterpret what Zack Snyder said in a positive manner. So I wasn't trying to say that Uche like did a poor job handling it or nothing like that.
Okay, all right. I want to hear what Runner has to say. Everybody, shut up. Let's let Runner
Thank
talk.
you.
I was
Really?
reading super chats that
Right.
the people have been waiting over an hour.
Super chats
gotta
are
go in a
over.
minute.
I'm done waiting.
Give me just one more. Thank you, Kashyyyk Queen, the fiance of Ordsboard. Thank you for the popcorn super sticker.
I like
now,
Kashyyyk.
now you can
That's okay.
now you can tell Kashyyyk. I don't care, but Kashyyyk Queen. You know what, Mrs. Ordsboard. Thank you very much. Yeah, Ords, give her a big hug. She's really nice. I really appreciate her.
Babe, Justin
and I
loves ya.
think.
All right, go on. Sorry.
And runs with Phantom says AT&T, Warner Brother, HBO, etc. all wanted this division within the fandom. Snyder was their saboteur. I
think
I'm not sure about that.
In my opinion, I think it was mostly Warner Brothers because they're scumbags. But
I only got one more. I only got one more runner. Jack of all casuals and another Doomicorn. Doom. Okay, you're good. You're good, runner. You can go.
All right, thank you.
Floor is yours.
You don't need to put. You don't need to put me on full screen.
Oh,
but,
now he doesn't want to be.
Okay.
On the screen.
I'll fucking talk.
And
I just don't like the blurry. I just don't like the blurry camera bullshit. Okay.
Didn't he talk over Mad earlier? That was really mean.
I know. I agree.
That was
and
pretty
welcome
messed
Will
up.
Gentry to the chat.
My bro.
Good evening. Good evening.
We're just gonna come up with any excuse for runner not to talk. No,
right. This is exactly what this is. Okay, so
thank you
very much. Thank you very much for having me on. I got to go. Make sure you tune into Streets Mats.
Hold on.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays, about sort of 3:00 Central, which is about 9ish in the UK. Lovely to meet you all, and take care, everyone. Have a nice
Be
time.
good, brother.
Hey,
Nice
take
to
care,
meet you.
Barber.
Yeah.
All right.
Will, I love
go
you.
Go for it, runner.
Runner, go.
Okay, so I made a tweet about this late last night about the situation. I think what Zack said was worded poorly. I don't think this was to slander Geeks and Gamers or the fandom. You know, I don't think it was anything sorted like that. You know.
Okay, good.
I feel like
you think or you feel. Pick one.
Well, I got to think about this because like this was like really hard to process last night.
You had like 20 minutes. You had like 20 minutes while we were going through super chats to figure it out.
Okay. Okay.
No.
So,
Hey, Culture Casino. Come on. Be a little. Come on.
Point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
You know.
Come on.
He knows I'm kidding.
I know. Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, you know what? Let the man state his opinion, no matter how wrong it is. Go ahead, runner.
Thank you.
He's not.
Yes, I think I think he could have worded it differently in some other form or fashion. I don't think this was to bash a fandom or Geeks and Gamers. You know, I know on another stream, this is before the charity stream, it was Zack Snyder was on the panel with a fan and he said, oh, I'm doing something with Geeks and Gamers. And when Zack Snyder said Geeks and Gamers, people freaked the fuck out. Okay? And there were people who were even a part of the Snyder movement who were doing some really effed up shit. Like posting a picture of Kermit the Frog hanging himself, saying Zack Snyder on Geeks and Gamers. Like,
don't fuck with Kermit, bro. That ain't
Kermit
cool.
the Frog hanging himself.
That's not cool, bro.
Listen, like that's not the point. Like the fucked up part is that like and people were like, oh, we don't want this stream to happen and whatever. It's like you don't want a stream that's raising money to happen. and you're posting a picture of Kermit the Frog hanging himself. That is fucked up.
For a you know what now that you mentioned that
and
for
that
a
I think,
suicide prevention stream.
Yes,
a suicide prevention stream. You have Kermit the Frog hanging himself. First off, fuck you for that. I don't need that. Kermit the Frog is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love Kermit the Frog. Like I love him. Like how can you not fall in love with him? I think it was I don't remember which Muppet movie it was, but it's not that easy being green. Like how do you not like feel so
each day the color of the leaves. Well, I think it would be nicer
in red or yellow or gold or something much more colorful.
Hey, real quick to further your point there. That's not even the part. That's only like a small part of it, man.
No, it is.
I
was going to get into more of it.
I was saying, did you catch the Jarbo tweet?
No.
Will, yeah, I don't even care. Will, it was really good to see.
I don't follow that guy.
I have to step off the stream because we've gone a little longer than I anticipated. I would like to say that the fundraiser to pay off Meghan and Harry's mortgage closes after raising just $110. Of course, the mansion.
Wow.
But I don't think they quite got what they were looking for here. So
they still made more money than I would have. So it's
I looked at that and I'm like, are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, quite honestly, I think they got more than they deserved.
I think $110 is not enough for them to have a breakfast sandwich, but it is what it is. Anyway, everybody have a great night. I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun being here. I wasted a lot of. I was here for a while, and I have to go and talk about Battlestar Galactica now. So
can we get one more potato chip?
No, because I put them away.
No, okay.
But you know what I didn't get is the picture of you and the Bob that I need so I can animate the Bob.
You just want a picture of the Bob Ross?
I know, a picture of you and the Bob. So full screen.
Me and Bob Ross.
And Big Bob. Big Bob
Okay. Ross. Me and Big Bob. Anything in particular that you want? Like,
no, I'm just going to animate. I'm going to animate. He's going to talk. Yes, and I'm going to make him talk for you.
Okay. This is going to be interesting. All right, I'll send you a picture for sure.
It'll be a happy little tree.
Oh, gosh.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, so thank you as always every single week, Culture Casino. You are a great addition, to This Week in Bullshit, and we are all blessed to have you. And you're, and you're like, yeah, that's true. I agree. It's a lot of fun, man.
And that hair, though.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, you have the hair to menace here, and you wasted it. You let Runner in. Anyway, you guys have a great night.
I have great hair. Fuck you.
I love that man, dude. I love that man, dude. He's so great, dude. He's so great.
All right, so back to what I was talking about. So it was,
we actually do have another. We have a couple of super chats. I'm not.
Are you bullshitting me?
I thought it was a natural pause. Thank you, Parrot Head, for the popcorn emoji. I greatly appreciate it. That wasn't supposed to be a joke. That was like
timing is everything. Timing is everything.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, timing's a real bitch for me today.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Runner. Thank you, Parrot Head, for the popcorn emoji, and Saggy Melonz with the $4.99. Thank you. Thank you, Saggy Melonz, for the $4.99. I heard you, Madmartigan. You broke my heart. Now I much break your arms. It's not a threat, but a link.
Where is
Love
Martigan?
y'all.
Where'd he go? Where'd Martigan go? Bring him back.
Yeah, he just left. I just
get him
made
back
him go away.
Somebody called him a Muppet. Get him back in here.
You know what? Madmartigan actually was very busy. He had a
weird.
slide. He had a slide that he had to go disassemble. So he'll be back next week.
Shadzar has a question.
Or just like get him back here. He was called a Muppet. I want to stick my hand up his ass.
That's not what I said. But whatever fantasy you're rocking, buddy.
That's what I'm pretty sure that. I was making
a joke. A big enough super chat will do it for you, buddy. That's all I'm saying.
Will, I don't know if you got a chance to talk yet, but thank you for coming on.
I mean, I didn't get to
Like
finish.
I say, I couldn't get to sleep, so I saw you were still live. I thought I'd just hop on for a bit.
Oh, dude, absolutely. And if people don't know, Will's awesome. Let's just I'm just gonna. Yeah, look at this and look at this. Look at this profile. This is the epitome of the OK boomer meme. Like you can make this a meme immediately. I've made a meme because like OK boomer, like it's
true.
perfect. I absolutely love it.
He did. He made that and he sent it to me.
Yep, 100%. And my grandpa from Grandparents React to Cecil said, and I quote about Will Gentry: he's an intelligent and insightful person, and that comes from my grandpa himself. You got the blessing of the man himself. So yeah, biggest compliment, dude.
Well,
anyways, Runner.
Okay, so back to what I was going to talk about. So basically, after Zack leaked what he was going to do, the charity with Uche, Ryan, and Lethal, he said Geeks and Gamers. When he said Geeks and Gamers, shit went crazy on Twitter.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Parrot Head. It wasn't a popcorn emoji. It was a poop emoji.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm sorry. Oh God, whoopsies.
Really, you had to interrupt me just to correct that it was a
yes.
poop emoji?
No. I had to correct it because it's a super chatter. Come on.
All right.
Anyways,
I know but you can get to that
I'm
shit
sorry,
later.
Parrot Head. Improper. My bad.
You owe me like 10 impropers just for interrupting. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't. You're lucky to be here.
Okay. I know this is a freaking joke now, but okay. So I think it was one of them. Maybe it was that, and that was
okay.
Not,
all right.
That
all
was
right.
not
Hunter,
cool.
just so you know, it's not me doing it, buddy.
I know it's not you. I know it's
Runner,
not you.
It's not me either.
I believe it is you.
Aw.
All right. But yeah, like I said, I think he worded it poorly. And I think I feel like he was also in an uncomfortable situation going on because, I feel like there's more context to this, like behind the scenes and stuff. Because for what it sounds like, what Uche had to go through to really like get this going, it sounded like it was tough.
Hey, runner. I just want to clarify. When you say it was an uncomfortable situation, are you talking like the back of a Volkswagen?
I'm talking about like Warner Brothers.
He didn't understand that
situation.
reference. He didn't understand that reference.
I don't fucking.
Of course
care.
he didn't. He's too young.
I don't need to understand that fucking.
You know what?
reference. Okay,
In
I just want to get my point across.
I don't know what that reference is either, so it's lost on me too. So, what does it mean?
So, he could have worded it better in some other way. And the heartbreaking part for me was when I was watching the Geeks and Gamers stream later on, trying to like talk about this whole situation, and just looking at the chat, it was unbelievable what I saw. I was just like, that's when shit like started to like really like come listen. I was watching the charity stream live, right? And I heard him say that thing, and I thought it was weird. I didn't react.
Can I ask you a question real quick? It's about what you said. Can you give me a little more context? Because I didn't catch the entire stream. or the chat in the Geeks and Gamers stream afterwards. When you
They actually what I just found out is they privated that stream.
Okay, that's fine. But can you good? Even more reason to give me context on what was going on in the chat. What do you mean?
A lot
of
Uche is a simp and Uche
Yeah.
is this. Uche is
Oh my God.
Uche is lesser. He is a lesser. You know, he is a
they
lesser person.
keep-
I'm like, oh my God. The filth that was
I
there.
was gonna say, they kept giving Uche shit. They keep calling him like a Snyder simp, a Snyder this, a Snyder that, and
there were some slurs there too, but
but like no, but the chat was like, because EVS was in the chat for one. And he was just like, he was comparing, Zack Snyder to Rian Johnson. I don't care what your opinion is on that. I think that's a little bit too far in my opinion, but that's just me. So what if Zack is on the left side of the aisle or whatever the fuck? That's besides the point. Like, and people are spamming EVS, and the mods are like, annoyed as shit. Like, stop spamming EVS, like, because
we were begging Jeremy or somebody to put the chat on slow roll. It was that bad.
Yeah, it was bad. And just seeing the I'm just like,
I don't even know how people caught all the shit.
Because here's the thing, like, I wanted a lot of people to see this movie and support it, like, because this was a fan movement and it was big, and you know me, Justin. The first time I came into this channel, a Snyder fan.
The fucking Snyder Cut, and I had to cut you
exactly.
off because I wanted to talk about myself and Back to the Future.
which I have my own thoughts about, but anywho, I've been waiting for this for a while. I wanted to see his vision. I was still excited to see the Snyder Cut. Some people are like,
and you were satisfied with the Snyder Cut.
Yes. Like, here's the thing: you can separate the two situations out of the way. Yeah, sure thing. Will.
Was there anything about the film that you didn't like? Because I watched it pretty much as it came out with Stephen and Bear. And I've always said,
okay.
I've always said I don't like Zack's DC movies. They're just not for me. But I, honest to God, genuinely enjoyed every moment of that film. It dragged a little bit for me at times. There was a bit too much sort of trying to build sort of atmosphere that was unnecessary, I felt. It could have been maybe 20 minutes shorter. But other than that, I genuinely enjoyed every moment.
I loved it. I thought it was fan-fucking-tastic, and I feel like it's the movie we should have gotten. But that's my own thing. I want to make a video on that. It's not why I'm here.
For sure. Well, and to kind of play on that, like,
but the whole point is like, even in my tweet, like, for what I remember, I just said simply,
no, just cut me off. It's cool, bro. It's cool.
Okay.
No. You know what? No. This guy down here below you is, he's been waiting for this for a long time. This meant so much to him.
I was just trying to further his point. That's all I was trying to do.
We'll allow him to do that.
So no, I just want to say, like, I think you made a very good point, dude. With further or with a win for fandom. I mean,
are you gonna let him talk or not?
No. I'm okay with him backing me up. That's fine. If you're gonna interrupt me with if you're gonna
I'm just messing with you guys.
No, if you're gonna interrupt me with some bullshit like that Back to the Future clip, then
no. I was legitimately saying I think you made a very valid point in looking at it.
By the way,
and another fucked up thing that I saw in the chat. This is the one that really upset me and was really fucked up. Some people are saying, "Oh, I regret spending money on. I regret giving that donation. I want my money back." You know what I have to say to that? Fuck you.
No, that's absolute bullshit right there. Nobody should have to regret like giving something to a charity. But I will say this. You know what?
Listen to me. What you are saying is that you are regretting saving lives. Like giving money to AFSP has nothing to do about Zack. Like,
Well,
I'm sick.
quite
I'm
honestly,
sick, no, I'm
Runner,
sick- no, no, I'm
and
sick of this whole
everything,
thing.
everything Zach said in the beginning had nothing to do with that charity too, and
No.
that's the point that a lot of people were making early on. It had nothing to do with it. He didn't need to bend the knee to whether it was corporate people or not. He didn't need to say all that shit. It didn't need to be said. If he would have left it out of it, everything would have been fine, and you wouldn't have had people on their little cliques attacking him for what was said. Quite honestly,
You know what?
It should have never been done.
Listen, here's the thing though. Like, I hear this. I hear like after this whole thing, I've heard people say like, "Oh, Zack Snyder really doesn't care about fans and all this." It's like, why the fuck would he go? Why would he be at the charity stream in the first place? And why would he be in these other streams with these other Snyder Cut channels and these other Snyder fans? Like, why have I seen him in, a couple of streams, on YouTube talking, just having civil conversations and stuff? Like, what? Listen, this is a busy guy. Why would he make all this time, to talk to fans and engage with them? And, listen, like, yeah, I don't think he should have said that exactly, and again, he was in an uncomfortable spot. Warner Brothers, I feel like they have something to do with this. And this is what Gary from Nerdrotic said on the Geeks and Gamers stream around like the end. He said, and maybe not around the end, but like, I feel like he says like Warner Brothers is the enemy. And I can believe that because they're scumbags and they didn't want this movie to be released anyway. That was Warner Media, HBO Max, and AT&T. Warner Brothers didn't want this. They didn't promote this.
They're
Snyder,
also
Snyder and the fans have promoted this movie.
Runner. They're also copyright strike happy on YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that does happen, especially with Warner Media, with the music specifically. It's been a huge issue. It's like you can't even criticize their movies sometimes without like all the copyright images for like showing an image. It's like Naughty Dog except like much more corporate in that regard.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as the Naughty Dog thing was, but Jesus.
I mean the Naughty Dog thing is bad.
That's a whole different level of fucked up, but it's still fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
But
but like
the one thing, because I'm gonna wrap it up here.
This
hold on, runner. Just hear me out. Come on. We are gonna wrap it up soon. And thank you everybody for who's come on. Everyone who's watched. Liked and subscribed, all that fun shit. But the one thing that you know what? I'm gonna save it for the end. Runner, go ahead. Fucking pisses me off. Not you, just
okay. I do kind of piss you off sometimes, though. That's
just shut up.
Well, would it make you feel better if I say you're pissing me off, Runner?
Yes.
Feel better now? Okay,
yes.
Good. All right.
I mean, you don't have to agree with what I said about this whole situation. I've tried to be, unbiased and all that. Like I feel like I've said this for the 10th time already. I think he stated what he said poorly. He could have said it a better way. I feel like in another way, I feel like it was necessary because of what happened before this, and just
oh wow.
Yeah. The whole EVS thing was like crazy, and just that's a whole other story. But
well, Runner, let me ask you this: do you not think that maybe something, what you were saying earlier, that he got a bunch of comments and they were throwing hate about him saying that he's going to do a charity stream with Geeks and Gamers? Do you not think that maybe that played into it, and that's just him like getting knocking knees because a bunch of people were coming at him about it?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, they said a bunch of hurtful shit. Like I like the Kermit the Frog thing, hanging himself. Like, that is fucked up. Like, why would you do this on a charity stream? He lost his daughter from suicide. Why would you be in that position where you want to do something good, you know? You want to do something good by saving lives, and then your own people from your own movement just are like, they hear the word Geeks and Gamers and suddenly their mind just switches.
Well, can you really say that they were all from his movement? I mean,
By the way,
honestly,
thank you,
really
thank you so
I mean,
much, Runs with Phantoms, and hold on a second. I don't mean to interrupt, but thank you, Runs with Phantoms. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to get to your super chats in just a moment.
So
I'm sorry, I have to balance it out.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it, Justin.
Oh,
yeah.
What were you talking?
Oh,
what was your question, Tommy?
No, I said with everything that you said was going down with the where they were attacking him about being associated with Geeks and Gamer. Do you not think that takes part of why he did this? I mean, because quite honestly, even if it is,
No, I think Warner. I think Warner Brothers. I think Warner Brothers was scared hearing that he was being associated with that, you know, because Geeks and Gamers is basically a brand at this point, and when they hear that name, it scares them because it doesn't align with the narrative. You know, they like Warner Brothers. They don't give a shit about, you know, the charity stream and all that. You know, Warner Brothers is not. It's just it's messed up.
Well, Warner
really
Brothers
is,
didn't care about his vision of the movie. Either,
No,
because
that's what I was.
AT&T stepped in. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I was
And
saying.
here's
No,
the
because
one thing.
AT&T
Here's the one thing
bought
that
Warner
I
Brothers.
really just didn't understand. When Uche said that Warner Brothers had told, again, this is just according to Uche, that Warner Brothers had told him, you know, you have to say these certain things, and it's either you do this and you do the stream, or
That's
it's your
exactly
movie.
what I heard.
And
yes,
my thing was, if it's either like this or the movie, I'm like, the movie's gonna come out in a few days. What the fuck are they gonna do? Say, oh, Zack Snyder chose to go on a Geeks and Gamers stream, and that's what caused the movie to not be released? Are you fucking shitting me?
I mean, you know,
He has more power in that situation. I mean, just from that statement, it seemed like he had more power in that situation, and I'm very confused as to why or how you can possibly, you know, have that vague threat there. Just
Justin,
even at the most weeks before it's released. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to just pull the movie?
Well, Justin, to back you up on that, I mean, quite honestly, you know, if it wasn't for all the fans that went at everybody and AT&T telling Warner Brothers that this has to be done, I mean, how do you think that that's going to play out if they say, well, if you don't say these things, we're going to cancel your movie? That he doesn't say those things. Warner Brothers says that your movie's not coming out. They're slitting their own throats because all the people that have been behind this to begin with, all the people that subscribe to it because they want to see the Zack Snyder cut, they are now going to drop out, and that's going to hurt their bottom dollar. Is that really a wise move? Would they really take that route just to be spiteful? I don't think that they would, honestly.
The only thing that makes sense to me about all this is the idea about Warner Brothers saying, we will not release your movie. That's bullshit. There's no way in hell they would even have the power to do that.
That shouldn't even be a conversation.
Since it was AT&T who basically said this is happening, I doubt Warner Brothers could even really stop it.
I mean,
they gave him. I think it's much more likely that what it is Warner Brothers said to him, look, if you don't say this, there is zero chance you will ever work with us again. And we are Warner Brothers. We can make sure other studios blacklist you too.
Listen, I think he was trying to be careful. It's just the words he said.
Yeah,
is what really
the words
triggered
he
people.
Said was not very well.
It wasn't well, but he, you know, he wanted to be careful with this whole situation because it, like, to Warner Bros., you know, it's different from their side of the aisle, and you know, not only say like whatever, like he. Not only just say this and, you know, your movie's not coming out and all that, you know, even like Uche said this, you know, like even like shooting a short little cameo in his home, like could and Warner Brothers did not want that. If they said if you put that in the movie, we're not releasing it. Fucked up shit like that could get that movie taken down. I'm not gonna say who it is because it doesn't really matter. It's Green Lantern, but he's not in the movie because of that.
Absolutely. And by the way, thank you, Runs with Phantoms, for the super chats. That is very generous of you. You've been so awesome tonight. Runner.
I know. I'm gonna conclude it when you're done with this super chat.
That's great. Thank you. Runs with Phantoms. Thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry. I just wanted to hear as many perspectives as possible conveniently on a single stream, and I hope we did this for you. I tend to watch multiple streams at once, and last night was crazy. Yeah, that was a real shit show, wasn't it? Eventually I got my wish anyway, and that's the thing. And that's what I think. I think a lot of people, underestimate the intelligence of their viewers. They just assume, they hear a few voices and they're like, oh my gosh, they're not going to listen to reason. They're not. No, viewers are a lot more, intelligent than a lot of people give them credit for. People forget that everyone is checking out all these streams. A lot of people, that like almost like 10,000 people were watching Zack, the Zack Snyder stream. They all heard everything that was going on. Then a lot of them continued on, like up to 8,000 people went on to Geeks and Gamers, and then thousands of people went on to Comics Artist Pro Secrets. They wanted to Ethan's stream, and everyone wanted to hear what all the sides were, at least at the moment. They wanted the bigger channels to get their their spotlight right there, and there are hundreds of people who watched all these other streams about it. People really wanted to get a good perspective on it, and I respect everybody who does that. But there's a reason why everyone keeps moving around. They want to get the whole story, and most people want to are confused. They want to get the whole big perspective. And I don't think as many people are just so divided as we might think. Because within the next couple of days, I feel like, of course, within the first few hours, people are going to be very heated. The Quartering had a few tweets of his own that were basically reflective of, what I was thinking was like, oh my God, Jeremy, don't embarrass yourself. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't ruin this moment. We have a chance now because Zack Snyder's appearing in these streams. Now us YouTubers, independent creators can be like in a way, a competition of late night, in the long term, those and be we can take a chunk from the mainstream media. But that's not the entire point, that everyone was really thinking of. Just I didn't even consider how Jeremy felt about it. I just almost selfishly thought wow, we can just, be like this is an FU moment to the mainstream media, and we should continue it and not fuck it up. In other words, bend the knee. And that's not something that now that I think about it, and now that I have time to process it, I have a different perspective of it, and I have and hearing Jeremy's side of it, and everyone from Geeks and Gamers. And somebody said earlier in the chat, seeing Krista's disappointment and seeing her face just so hurt by it, I'm like, you know what, you're right. There's more than just the people who showed up on the stream, more than just Jeremy that's a part of Geeks and Gamers who were hurt by this. So, real fans. So I totally get it. And then Runs with Phantoms also said in reference to the EVS from last night. I got that, man. I get it. Who is EVS?
Yeah, right.
That's hilarious. Yeah, Spite is strong in our world today. Yeah, it really is. And Texas Mofo said a bit ago, one shouldn't have to denounce atrocities. One should just do it. And why do you have to even address it? It should be self-explanatory. Most normal people do denounce it. I don't know why you have to make a big hissy fit about it. That's I mean, that's the thing. I don't know, man. It's a big mess. But the one thing that really pisses me off about this whole thing is that no one, well, a lot of people are focused on what happened with the first things that came out of Zack Snyder's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But people forget what the whole fucking charity stream was about.
Boom, right there.
It's like suicide prevention means nothing anymore. The whole cause of it, the whole purpose for it existing is now useless and meaningless because it's all been misconstrued and or whatever. People are being really fucked up at, just saying things that they shouldn't and being reactionary and being like, oh my gosh, this and that and the other. Just like this whole point wasn't about Zack Snyder. This wasn't about the Snyder Cut. It was about suicide prevention. This is why the stream happened, and it happened to correlate with something very real in Zack Snyder's life. Very real. He lost a fucking child. And you know what? That's all gone. That's all gone because everyone's focused on, oh my God, he said some mean things that were interpreted in that way. No, really? I'm not fucking done yet. I'm not fucking done yet. This is a charity fucking stream. This is about suicide prevention. It means so much more than people realize. And it's fucking ridiculous that the first thing that people think is the controversy of it. The whole fucking point has been missed because of what Zack Snyder said. And the people who, and everybody, including myself, how everyone's been interpreting those words at the beginning of what he said. Nobody even remembers before it happened or after what happened. No, everyone focuses on, and including tonight, everyone is focused on like that 10, 15 seconds. That's all that's been focused on. So it's like, fuck suicide prevention, apparently. Yeah, that's it. That doesn't matter. $100,000 being raised, that doesn't matter. No, just the 10 seconds.
And just
that's
one more
all
thing
that people are focused on. And you know what? It pisses me off. I'm sorry that it just.
Hey, Justin, that's one of the things, though. I mean, since he was actually somebody who actually went through this with his own daughter, shouldn't that have been a reason for him not to say anything like that in the beginning of the stream and actually make the stream more about the charity that they were trying to raise the money for to begin with?
Exactly.
No,
yeah, 100%.
I think he could have said that like later on.
You know what, Runner? Yeah, you know what? I said that earlier. You know, if he would have saved that, to the end of the stream when he was getting ready to leave, I don't think as big of a deal would have been made out of it. But to jump right out the gate and to start with that, it just paints the wrong perspective.
I'm not saying I'm not saying like what he said was right. I'm just saying like, I don't think I think the. How do I say this? Like the overreaction, because here's the thing. Like another thing people have said is like, why couldn't whoever in the stream, tell him to like not do that. Uche, Ryan, whatever. Tell him like, oh, please don't, please stop. Like after he said that, it's like, no, you would have made shit worse if you told him to like not do that shit when he already did it. Just let him say it and get it over with. Just focus on the charity. And that's what they did. And I'm proud of them for that. And we raised a lot of money. That's that, that's the whole point, listen, I'm still on board, with restore the Snyderverse, release the Air Cut, all that stuff, make a Batfleck movie. That'd be amazing. And because of your hate now for Zack Snyder, if you don't like that I said restore the Snyderverse, I don't give a shit. I'm separating
you should never have to worry about that, though. You shouldn't have to worry about that.
I shouldn't have to.
Your opinion.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Hey, I think we're Yeah.
Real quick. Justin, I think you make a lot of sense when you say that people, that other stuff has gone by the wayside. The two most important things here. Now, look, I'm not happy necessarily about what he said. I'm also not going to throw him in the fire, right? Okay. Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy, they handled it the way they saw fit. I think they did a great job. I'm with you guys. I'm very proud of those boys. I roll with those boys all day long, man. But the most important thing here is if you want to watch the Snyder Cut, watch the Snyder Cut. If you don't want to watch it, don't want to watch it. That's fine. But the two most important things here, it was a win for fandom. We cried out and we asked for something and we got what we wanted, right? Cool. Awesome. That is a positive thing. Whether WB's a bunch of douchebags or not, we fought for something, we got it. So that's a win. Also, $100,000 to save people's lives. That is those two most important things out of this. We are going to help people. We helped people as a community. We showed whether Zack says whatever he says, we showed the world and the community and the world what we are made of. And how we're going to help people, and we're not going to stop. It's not going to stop. We're going to keep helping people. We're going to change the fucking world, man. That's what I'm all about right there.
Yeah, and a lot of people can underestimate that as much as they want, but the more that you do that, the more power that you give us. So anyways, I'm just kind of done with this.
$100,000, baby.
Yeah. $100,000. That was such, and thank you. Well, this isn't $100,000, but thank you for the $5 super chat. Runs with fandoms once again. Would it be going too far to suggest that perhaps Zack dishonored the spirit of his daughter by botching the charity setup in her honor? It's backwards. I got nothing. I have.
Listen. This is
no. This is the serious. Hold on. Oh, just let me think about this for a second. Just before this goes anywhere. Would it be going too far? Ronna, shut up. Would it? So he says, would it be going too far to suggest that perhaps Zack dishonored the spirit of his daughter by botching the charity setup in her honor? It's backwards. Dude, that's a little dark. I don't think I can co-sign on that. I think it would be. I think it is going a little too far.
Here's the thing. Again,
I disagree.
No, a little bit. And he follows it up. Thank you, man. You don't have to super chat. You could just have regular chat, but it's just that's probably too harsh. Should I retract? Too late. I'll see myself. No, you're good. You're good, man. No, it's all good.
You're fine.
No, you're good, man. Dude, you don't have to. That's something that it's just. It's very touchy, because does it? I don't know. I can't say that, because if I say if it doesn't, I mean, if I say if it does, that's what can I say? Because I can't relate to him. I can't relate to losing a daughter, to suicide. I can't. Mm-hmm. I can't. And, speaking as a survivor myself, I can't imagine what my parents must have felt if I was successful. Holy shit. And you know what? And if I had a kid, who had done that, oh my gosh, you're good. You don't have to see yourself out or anything, but it does leave, it's such a weird predicament. It's like, I don't even want to answer it, but I mean, it's thought-provoking for sure. It's not something I want to, say on stream or anything. But here's how I would appreciate you bringing it up, though.
Here's how I would answer it. I don't think anything out of this whole situation was botched in the sense. I don't think it's going to ruin anything for Geeks and Gamers. I don't think it's because they're going to keep pushing. $100,000. The community, those boys, they set out to raise money, and they did it. So I don't think anything was botched. I don't think. I think that they had a goal. They went out and they achieved the goal. Whatever happened in between that is what happened. They're going to keep moving on. Zack's going to keep moving on, and we saved some lives. That to me that's not botching it, man. They set a goal, they went out and they did it.
Yeah. I'm hiring you as my PR for now on.
I was thinking
I could have just shut the fuck up and let you talk.
So
I'm hiring you as my lawyer.
Something totally unconnected that I've just realised as I'm sitting here.
What's that?
This is entirely different. It's basically a group setting, a group of people talking to each other like they're doing in group therapy here.
Yeah.
But it's exactly the opposite. Here, everybody is interjecting and talking over everybody else. And in there, you sit down, you shut up, and you listen, and you wait till people finish. So it's going to... I was just thinking it's going to be quite hard for me to probably do these things like this. So I'm going to be so used to just sitting down and listening to people. So anyway,
well,
totally
you know what? I'm sorry if that's made it a little bit difficult. So out of respect, out of respect, Will, do you have? And we're gonna all. I'm gonna mute. I didn't finish my sentence before I muted.
Good God, man.
It's nice to see that you finally found out where the mute button is, Justin.
Well, it's my stream, so fuck you.
If only Runner could find it.
No, but you know what? Will, you have the floor uninterrupted, and then Runner, you can say whatever you want, and then we'll go. We're gonna end the stream on a good note, and because we've been going on for over 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's been a lot of fun, guys. So, Will, you got the floor.
All right, then. First, no, it doesn't dishonor his daughter's memory. None of us know exactly what Zack Snyder was thinking when he said it. None of us know exactly why he said it. So to even think that what he said dishonored his daughter, that's just making a huge leap, because we just don't know.
You're glitching out. Wait, Will, you're glitching out a little bit.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is shit here. As for everything else,
you're good now.
Yeah, like I say, the Wi-Fi is piss poor here. I'm having to use my phone as a hotspot. As for everything else, it's just haters are gonna hate no matter what. So
yeah,
if they're gonna watch this and find something to be angry about, they're gonna find something to be angry about. So it's not even worth it. I mean, if you look at the bigger picture, is getting upset by how people reacted to something some guy said. Is that worth it? That'd be my question.
In the grand scheme of things, I understand why Jeremy's upset. I understand why the team is upset.
Yeah. Yep.
I understand why Lethal is upset.
Totally.
I understand why Ryan is upset. One of the few times where I was like, Ryan, why aren't you shouting angrily? I was surprised, but
don't get me wrong. I get why they're upset. I entirely get why they're upset. But my point is everybody reacting to it or reacting to other people's reactions to it? That bit is entirely meaningless and will get you nowhere. If you're upset about what actually happened, that's one thing. If you're upset about somebody you don't know's reaction to what happened, that's just pointless.
Right. Okay, well, thank you, Will.
Yeah, it's wasted energy for sure, dude.
Yeah,
no doubt there.
And you know what? Here's the thing, though. We could say this about literally anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
We could say this about anything. But we're getting into territory that is more like an off-air discussion. So, I got a couple super chats coming in. The Atlantean, thank you so much. Hail the Justin proper # runner is not a chew toy.
Not the Justin proper, the proper Justin.
Okay.
Excuse you?
Yeah. Okay. This is a good segment for me. Yeah. Runner's not a chew toy. Thank you, the Atlantean. It's my brother. But you know.
You wait. Did you just correct me?
Yes. You're welcome.
Fuck you.
Oh well, fuck you for interrupting me like 20 times.
Fuck you.
Okay.
That is one big pile of shit.
Best clip ever. Best
But please,
fucking clip ever, Justin.
Oh, that's you that Ian Malcolm's looking at.
That's right. You know it, baby. The best pile of shit around. That's it, baby.
Can I go?
Yummy. Yes.
Bernard! I hate Bernard!
Hit me with another. Hit me with another.
What, you want one more?
Let's get
No, I don't want any more.
Hit him with it.
I know you are, but what am I?
He's an asshole.
That was fucking brilliant, Tommy. Oh my god.
Timing words. Didn't you say earlier it's all about timing?
Is everything. Oh my god. Oh,
Runs with Phantoms, thank you for the super chat. My opinions and perspective have gotten a little numb to feelings. No, I get it. Due to the sheer volume of fudgery on a global and personal scale, darkest my way. Hey, you know what? That's all good. You know what? It takes someone like you to actually bring this to discussion in the first place, you know? And you got the balls to do that. So respect to you, man. Honestly, respect to you.
Real quick.
Okay, do not. Okay, fine, Rosetta.
Okay.
Thank you for supporting independent creators. Okay, it runs with Phantoms. Thank you. Justin's a solid dude.
No, you know what? Runs with Phantoms is a solid dude for supporting independent independent creators.
No, you know,
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And
I wanted to respond to Runs the Phantoms, whatever his name is, super chat.
You can't even get his name right. Rosetta.
I don't even care.
Thank you for the super chat. Rosetta, thank you for the super chat. Still don't have. Don't you have? Fuck you. Still on. Don't you have a life? I do. Do not skip me. I only did that just so you could say it. I was hoping you would super chat it, but I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ryan, what did you have to say about? Was it about Runs with Phantoms comment here?
No, not that one. It was another one. You don't have to pull it up.
That one?
No, not that's the Atlantean.
This one?
Okay, Justin, stop playing dumb. I need to talk. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, you need to.
What I think Snyder said.
Okay.
You know, I don't think it had anything to do about slandering geeks and gamers, or I don't think it had any disrespect for his daughter or any of that. I didn't see it as that. It I feel like it's an entirely different thing. Just I feel like I wanted to say more, and I want to,
I think you said this earlier. You're reiterating the point that I think that.
No, I'm just saying I disagree. I don't think this was disrespect to his daughter. Like, I didn't see it as that. Like, he came on the stream because this is a charity that he does support. Because and listen, all that aside, even if he says something little like that, because it really is little, it's not as big as people make it out to be, in my opinion. I'm still a Zack Snyder fan. I still like his movies. I still saw the Snyder Cut because I was still excited, and just
you know what? I agree, though.
I still think he's a cool guy. In another side,
I do feel like a lot of people made this, a big mountain out of a molehill. For sure.
It's the internet, Justin. Of course they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But people capitalized on it, and I guess that's more of a short-term thing. And that's where I was conflicted. I thought Jeremy was just trying to capitalize on it.
And people,
But really,
you know,
but really, in reality, what I didn't realize is he was actually hurt by it. He was upset by it, and that's what I did not realize. And by the way, awesome one. Justin is Zach picking on his fans. Oh yeah,
no.
But he also says, "Runner, Justin is like your big brother, always picking on you." You know what? I actually have a younger brother. He's not nearly as annoying as Runner is currently, but
I don't believe that.
He used to be when he was younger. When we were younger, he was so much more annoying than Runner. He's a piece of shit, my little brother, but I fucking love him. I love him like a brother. Almost.
Another super chat, bro.
I know, runs within. Dude, thank you again. Thank you for being fucking awesome. It's just painful and awkward.
Again, I don't think it was slandering.
Fuck it. I love it. It's painful and awkward. I'm gonna use that in my vocabulary from now on. Awkward as fudge. Oh man, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. It's getting to that point. Yeah. Oh fudge, but I didn't say fudge. It's just painful and awkward as fudge that he would use the suicide prevention stream as a platform for following instructions and slandering G&G. I'm not arguing about that. Not arguing that whatsoever. I am saying that this did not have to be as big of a deal as it could have. Awkward,
and it won't be. Yeah. People are going to forget about this. Like, who gives a rat's ass?
No, a lot of the normies will forget about it. I don't think the people who were hurt by it will forget it.
You know what, Justin? Quite honestly, a lot of normies are not even going to know about it because I've talked to people who you would consider normies. They didn't even really know much about the whole Snyder Cut movement. They had no clue. Like most people that are out of the circle and out of the loop of what we consider our community had no clue about that movie and the movement that was behind it to get it made. So, like something like this, most people are not going to know anything about it at all.
Tommy's right. Literally nobody here knows it. None of the staff know about it. None of the patients know about it. I've met like 50 people here in this last week. Not a single one of them has heard the term Snyder Cut. It's just our little community. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. Because I feel like I'm the only one, in my little town that's, that's like excited for this. I don't see anyone else talking about it.
I mean, it's a huge deal. It really is a huge deal. Fans got what they had been campaigning for years. That is massive. But in the wider, bigger picture of it, this ain't going to do shit to make anybody change their mind about Zack getting a sequel or more films or anything. Because just Joe Public brings in the money, and Joe Public hasn't even heard about this.
And, speaking of like no one has any clue about it, this reminds me of when Bill Burr made some comments at the Grammys, something that we totally forgot about yesterday. I said, just so you know, most people are normal and aren't offended by Bill Burr's joke. In fact, until just now, none of us even realized the Grammys were being held.
Oh, totally.
No one had a clue. By the way, this is a tweet that was featured in USA Today. No big deal. But no, in all sincerity, most normal people don't pay attention to this shit. It's only us who do. And thank you, Runs with Phantoms, for the 2 super chats again. Dude, you're fucking awesome. I should just keep going for this. I use silly words because YouTube censors my super chat. You know what? Silly words are what makes the world go round. It's what makes the world fun. It's great. And he says, I belong in the walk ward. I think we all do. And you know what? I think this about wraps it up. Everyone go. Thank you for the people who have still stuck around. We started out pretty strong, and the people. I know a bunch of people are streaming. So go ahead after this stream. Go ahead and raid World Class Bullshitters with the few people that we have left. Go ahead and raid World Class Bullshitters because I fucking love those guys. Will, tell the people what you got going on in your life? This is usually where we plug our channels, but
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a kind of a strange time to ask me this. What's going on in my life is fucking rehab. Full stop. End of story.
That's not a sarcastic clap. That's honestly, it takes a lot, dude. The first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem, and you know what, man, you're fucking brave for doing this. Congratulations, man, and I hope
I'm so glad that Will was able to stop on too.
Yeah,
for real. Yeah, I didn't even know about those issues that you mentioned. Now Justin is blurry, man. Am I blurry now? Am I blurry?
You got a super chat.
Not as bad as me.
I'll grab that real quick.
Shut up. No, it's okay. Thanks, man. Daniel James, thank you for the super chat. G'day, panel. G'day, chat. What a week, hey? Yeah. Woof. Man, what a night. What a last 24 hours.
Yeah, bro. Been wild, dude. Been wild. I was actually up the latest I've ever been in a really long time last night, watching streams.
Yeah, this is the second most for me. Man, this has been a hell of a week. I had a whole, until yesterday, I had a whole different agenda of things I was going to talk about. But no, this shit happened. And now I'm just like, well, what was the point of even preparing ahead of time? What was the point?
Life finds a way, Justin. Life finds a way.
It does find a way. And thank you, Daniel James, just for being awesome on Twitter, for being awesome here, and supporting everybody. Getting old, gentlemen. Yeah, I know. We're aging. We're aging by the minute. We're only in one. We're neither in the past, and we're always going to the future. But today we are in the present. Yeah, and you're laughing at us, or at least at me. I'm going fucking stir crazy right now. Ord, save me. My PR assistant.
Well, guys, it's okay. Justin's just overwhelmed with emotion because you guys are so amazing. So, really, though, honestly, thank you, chat, for being here. You guys are awesome. Without you, these streams make no sense. But I want everybody to come out of the situation, whether you like Geeks and Gamers or not, whether you like Justin or not, because we all know you love me. But either way, whatever you guys come out with us, the two most important things are we got to win for the fandom, and we raised a shit ton of money to help save lives. And as a person who is affected personally by suicide, my father ending his life when I was 1 year old and not getting to know him, it has affected me. So I hold this close to my heart. So it's about the money. It's about the money we raise to help people. And knowing what I went through, if I can pay for somebody to get help with those things, that's amazing. I donated some money yesterday. And I was, even after all this stuff went down, I was very happy that I did that because it's going to help somebody. Knowing what I experienced and what other kids might be experiencing, and because this money will go to kids who have to deal with this stuff. It'll go to adults, people who, who have PTSD from this stuff. Like it's people. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really does run deep. So thank you all for being a part of that. No matter what went down. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being here for this conversation, because it's important to have these conversations. And just a stream of beautiful people come together, just having a conversation about being passionate, but allowing each other. Sometimes we talk over each other, but it's because we're passionate about this stuff. You look at Runner with how passionate he is about this movement, and about how he's just excited that he finally got something good. A property, an entity, an IP that he really enjoys watching. So there are people that are going to hate it. There are people that are going to love it. Either way, we raise money to save lives. Go check me out, Ord's Board, YouTube, all that stuff. It's not about me. It's about the people out there. So thank you, Justin, for letting me come on and talk. It just not stop. So thank you.
Dude, I did not know about that about you, Dad. I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I've dealt with my stuff. I know where I'm at, but I'm trying to say, like, it does affect people, and it could be people close to you that you don't even know it's affecting them. So it's just amazing we can raise money. But thank you, dude. And I don't mind talking about it because I want people to know that, like, there is better days ahead. So thank you.
Absolutely. And if anybody wants to know everything in my past, there's a video on my channel called "Be Here Tomorrow." By the way, that was something that was taken from it was a phrase from of all people, Logan Paul. When he had that that whole controversy with him, he totally made up for it with a very nice video talking to a guy named Kevin Hines, who's survived jumping the Golden Gate Bridge, and I would recommend everybody check that out because everyone can learn from stupid things that they do, and that's just what came to mind. And you can check out the video "Be Here Tomorrow" from on my channel. So if you're curious, because I'm not gonna fucking talk about it here. Speaking of which, Runs with Fandoms has good things to say about you, Runner. So I'm going to let you have the floor.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, this is what this community is all about. We have different, opinions, points of view, and all that.
Okay, thank you. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Just had to get one more in there, didn't you?
Please subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've been doing some Snyder Cut content lately, and I'll probably do some more in the future. And thank you, Justin, for having me on. And I'm glad I got to talk about this.
Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate your patience. We may give you a lot of shit, but that's only because
No doubt. I'm happy you got.
So it's only because we love you. Even though I do think the "Shut Up Runner" meme gets a little bit too out of control, especially when you're making a good point. And it's not like it's your fault, or it's not mine.
I'm still waiting for my goddamn apology. Okay.
Oh, fuck the apology. Listen, if it's on Ords, if the "Shut Up Runner" hashtag is on Ords' channel, I'll give it a pass. Because it's just gaming over there, and we trash talk when we game. It's what it's all about. But fuck that apology. Okay, someone else plug their shit.
No, but
all right. I guess it's
Runner,
your stream now.
Okay, what is it?
I'm happy. I'm very happy you got what you wanted out of the Snyder Cut stuff, dude. Don't ever think that I don't care about you, brother.
No, of course, man. Yeah.
All right. Go on. I'll shut up.
Kai, Tommy.
I guess I'll take it. Yeah, I'll pick up the ball. I'm Kai.
Runner.
Well, someone needed to go.
Yeah.
All right. Go then. Goodbye.
Hey, Runner, shut up. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you needed help.
I'm crying.
Kai, dude, you've been awesome. You stuck around for almost all 3 hours. You and Tommy, you guys are fucking troopers. Kai, you plug the shit out of your book right now.
I actually made an animation while we were doing this stream because I needed something to
So good for you, man.
Do you want to show us?
Yeah, if you want to see.
Oh, he drew a dick, didn't he?
Hold on.
I hope so. Please.
Hold on. Let me share screen then.
Oh no, it's all good.
All right.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I wrote a book.
Wow, you did this well.
That's really fucking
this
good.
This makes it even better. Like while you were just sitting there quietly, you just made this.
The slinky part was already done. I added the stairs and I made
like,
stairs.
Hey, I'm bored. I'm just gonna do this.
So this is what I was doing.
No one else sees the humor in this.
No, it's pretty. There's no humor. This is dope.
No,
it's dope. Man. I like it, Kai.
Thank you.
Better than I can do. So yeah, fuck yeah, way to get it, Kai. I'm gonna need you do some animations for me, bro.
I did vector your logo for you.
Remember?
I'll
I sent you the
some
file
donations,
too.
bro. Yeah. I'll send
By
you
the
some
way,
donations.
the alternate little banner there, you see the little poop emoji up there. That's the official one. But Kai actually drew this, and I thought it was so funny. I thought we could use it. Although I would like the image reversed because I mean, it would look better the other way. But yeah, like it's a this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I always switch it out because Kai actually drew this on a stream, just like on a Jackbox stream, and it was fucking funny. And I will always like put it up there because it's one of my favorite things ever.
I think the name of that poop that I drew is Gavin Newsom, if I recall correctly.
You named the poop Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
that was Gavin
That's
Newsom.
right. Yeah.
That's right.
It was one of the funniest fucking things. You know what? I hope that stream is still up because that stream was funny as shit.
I don't take my streams down. It's still up.
Oh my god, that was a fucking gem.
That was fun. Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, the commander of the guinea pigs.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Now, I want to start off. Usually I talk about my channel first, but I want to thank everybody that's been on the panel. It's still on the panel right now. Everybody that's been in the chat, you all have been amazing. I'd also like to thank Snowdub, Saggy Melonz, Rookie Critic, Mardigan, Barber, and Culture Casino for stopping by earlier and sharing their thoughts as well. Because no matter how much we disagree, if we can actually have the communication and the ability to work our differences out through dialogue, there's a lot more that we can actually accomplish than just by yelling and bantering back and forth with one another. Because people like Runner, I am not into the Snyder Cut. I didn't care about Justice League. I didn't care about any of the other movies. Am I going to sit there and bash on Runner because he likes it? No, I'm not. I'll probably say that I think some of his views may be a little bit askew, but you know what? That's just me. But if you want to catch up when catch what I'm doing on my channel, we talk a lot about retro toys and movies and stuff like that. Sometimes I have lightsaber videos on there as well at Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Thank you all for being here. And remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or shouldn't watch, because your silence gives consent. Thank you, Justin.
Oh, absolutely, man. That was very well said. And Tommy, you were a
gift. To plug one more thing. Before time.
Hold on. I'm singing Tommy's praise. Tommy, beautiful man. Go ahead, all right, go on. Runner.
All right. I wasn't sure. Just real quick, I forgot to plug this in. I'm gonna be on Etep's channel tomorrow in his show.
Oh, Etep, he's cool. Go ahead.
Yeah. yeah, we're just gonna talk Snyder Cut, and I guess he said was it Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I don't give a shit about.
Oh, that's today or tomorrow.
No, that's tomorrow. Today was the Snyder Cut.
Today I guess tomorrow at 3 a.m. Yay.
All right, Kai, you had some Kai.
Oh yeah, I dropped my link.
Go subscribe to Etep. I'll be on his channel.
Because I think we kind of got distracted with the Slinky, but if you're looking for a good sci-fi novel to read, check out Space Crime Domino, available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Who's by the way, who's hosting? Is it Lorena who's hosting the Queen's Council tonight?
Lorena is. She's talking Snyder.
I'm already there.
All right, where is she at? All right, there she is. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna type something in the chat real quick. I'm gonna get the link here. There we go. Let's go rate it with the people that we have here, even though most of you are probably watching it too. It's all good. Hey, thank you everybody for showing up. We're going on for 3 hours. This is a great stream. It went beyond my expectations. I was very, you can ask the Rookie Critic. I was really stressed out earlier today, just even thinking about doing this stream. My God. But, you guys were all awesome. The panel has been awesome. And you know what? Everyone you know, because I don't like doing solo streams. I don't like doing things by myself. I don't like feeling like I'm the only one who feels the way that I do, and or the only one who's like talking to a brick wall, because what's more exciting than that? You know, it's you know, one of those things that I'm glad that there are people who are willing to listen, and there are people who you know, who want to, you know, to come on the stream and, you know, want to express, you know, their opinions. And I'm glad to, you know, provide a platform even from, you know, the Council of Jeremy's, when I was just a, you know, mere parody account, having people come on, voice their opinions. You know, I like hearing other people's opinions. I don't like living necessarily in an echo chamber per se. And the one thing that I do think is like, let's continue to be a community that that encourages different opinions and encourages a diversity of thought, not just skin color and not just gender, not just, you know, what you are on the outside, but how you feel. And you know, and I even get along with you know, people who don't even like the Phantom Menace, and they're cool. They're actually really cool people, but they just don't like you know, ideologically disagree with a lot of things people say. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the support that has come in the chat and the people who have been on the stream. Thank you all so much. And as always, have a great fucking day. And I'm fucking tired.
You got a super chat there.
Oh, did I get one? Did I get one more?
No, you don't. You're done with super chats.
No, my boy,
Fuck you.
90.
Oh, thank you. Runs
right.
with Phantoms. Thank you again for the super chat. Dude, you're the real MVP of this stream. Memes take on a life of their own. You can't take it personally. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, Jeremy would be crying himself to sleep at this point with the 300 Jeremy accounts that were there. If he took it personally, oh yeah.
Did you read Rosetta's?
Yeah. No, I read Rosetta's. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Oh my gosh. Rosetta, I survived suicide attempts. I am so proud of this community for that work yesterday. Ignore the drama. You know what?
Thank you.
Rosetta, I survived one myself. 11 years old. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to hear. But dude, I totally understand where you're coming from. And again, if you want to know more about that, check out my video. Be here tomorrow. I'm not going to describe the details, but yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from. I totally understand where Zack Snyder's coming from, and what they did to him was shitty. And I'm glad that his, after getting over the annoyance of Lethal Lightning, I'm very excited about, you know, I'm very excited to watch the very first Zack Snyder film that I'll ever see in the Snyder Cut. Makini 90,
not 300.
Shut up! I'm gonna watch the Snyder Cut first.
That's fine. But watch Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman if you're gonna watch the Snyder.
Nope.
Cut.
Let him wrap it up.
No, we're wrapping it up, dude. No, we don't have time anymore. Justin Bubblegum's. What the fuck? Justin Bubblegum's gonna be done tonight. Sounds like a very sticky situation. Yeah. Fuck you. All right. Good night, everybody. This has been awesome. Have a great fucking day. You guys have been amazing. And yeah, thank you so much. Where's the fucking outro? It can never come here in the correct amount of time.
Just do another shit clip and then fire.
Should I do one more shit clip?
Yes.
By the way, you referred to those clips as bullshit. Did you? Did you not? Did you not, Runner? You did. You referred to them as bullshit.
No.
Is that correct?
No, I said shit. Just shit.
No, you said
bullshit.
It was bullshit. You just said it was bullshit. Did you not? I think
no,
you
I
did.
Didn't.
I just want to.
No, I didn't.
I know you were talking about Makini.
You said the back.
Saying shit.
You referred to that as bullshit, and I just want to correct you.
No, hey, that's bullshit, Terry.
No, if it was horseshit, the whole car was full. They had to pay old man Jones $80 to haul it away.
Just to correct that very much, and for the chat.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. And personally,
we're not worthy.
And yeah, and everybody, This has been awesome. I'm still trying to find the fucking outro. Oh, here it is. I love you guys. Have a great fucking night.
Well, thanks to the lame ass security, I'm going home.
Have a good night, everyone.